Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Long time listener, first time caller.
First time
Caller.
First time caller.
After downloading the free Discord app, use the invite link in the description or scan this QR code with your phone to be taken to the Beyond Wednesdays Discord server.
First time listener, long time caller.
There you will see the Modern Comic Mayhem category on the left with the call-in waiting room. Join that call-in waiting room, set up your camera and your mic, and have your questions ready.
Call me now!
Eat a bag of dicks!
Nice language in front of our boys!
They ain't playing tennis!
You're being... You're a pussy.
The following program deals with a controversial
subject.
The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Welcome, everybody, to another Saturday night, another Modern Comic Mayhem. The session was exceptional tonight, absolutely amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys partook. I saw a lot of people in the chat letting me know that they were partaking, which is a lot of fun, and it puts us all on a nice, even keel. So continue to partake. I even saw somebody was like taking mushrooms tonight. I thought that was pretty exceptional. So.
Is that ye? Or is that every day? Yeah. It's a day that ends in Y.
Yeah, right. I know, bro. Shout out to Yeezy E. I think he's got a show. Is it tonight?
Well, he had one on Thursday. I don't know about tonight.
Yeah, maybe it was Thursday. Yeah, so shout out to Yeezy E. Yeah, we got a lot of interesting stuff to talk about tonight. There's some pretty interesting news out of DC on the retailer incentive variant front that I find very interesting that we'll talk about. And then for drama alert tonight, Jen Bartel is like, she's pissed. She ain't having it, man. She's letting all the news fly in a
first I'm hearing of it.
Yeah. So it's pretty interesting. But how you guys doing? How was the week?
Good. Can't complain. 3-day weekend.
Busy.
Yeah.
Mets won, Balls won, college football's back.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty stoked about that. I mentioned it backstage, and I have to talk about the Johnny Gaudreau thing because it's heartbreaking. It's sad. It makes you realize, like, I felt like a few weeks back, I was just thinking in my head, like, when's going to be the next story to come out that's just going to be really bad? What's it going to be in? Because it's going to happen. And, I think sometimes you can feel those coming on, and that one just really sucks. Really shitty.
So him and his brother got in an accident. Where were they, riding a motorcycle or something like that?
No, bicycles, man.
Oh, my God.
And they got hit by. I was reading the New York Post today, so it sounded like there was a former person, military. I don't know if it's Army or Marines, but so it sounds like he'd been drinking, so they held him. And it's bad enough that he and his brother died, but his sister was getting married this weekend, so the family was in town in Jersey for the wedding. And then they get killed on Thursday, and I believe the wedding was on Friday or Saturday. So I mean, I can't even imagine.
Yeah,
that's rough.
It sucks. And you know what's really sad about this? Like, everything's sad about it. Don't get me wrong. Everything is fucking horribly sad about it, and it happens to so many people that we don't even know who they are, right? But part of me in the sports aspect, I'm thinking about Sean Monahan, one of his best friends he played with in Calgary for his whole career. He leaves Calgary, goes to Columbus. Sean Monahan comes back to and joins Columbus this year to play with him again. And he's not going to be able to do it.
Do you remember how big a surprise it was that he signed in Columbus? I believe in Calgary, because I think everyone thought he was going to go to a big market, especially with him being originally from Jersey, going like Philadelphia or just something along those lines, or New York. That was, just crazy.
Yeah.
Something about it.
A wide receiver for the 49ers was shot today? What?
Yeah, Ricky Pearsall in a robbery.
Oh my
well, he went
God.
to. Well, I don't know why everybody's surprised. He went to Florida, so I mean, literally, the fact that it took this long, you ought to be surprised that he hasn't. This is only the first time he's been shot since he got drafted out of Florida.
Well, what about Ricky Pearsall?
That's what we're talking about.
The Niners.
My mic went out right when you were doing it. I was fixing the wire.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Man, that's too bad. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. Cornerstone Collect. Yeah, night before his sister's wedding. That's the worst part about all of this. What do you do at that point? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to think about that shit.
Yeah, that because I was dropping off Alex at school, and then I heard it on the radio. And I was like, that can't, or I saw it on my phone, and then I went out to go pick something up. I was like, it can't be right. And so I put on the Hockey Network on XM, and the guys were I was like, man, I just couldn't believe it.
Jeez.
Did you guys see that Avengers tennis book that came out?
No.
So there's this book for the U.S. Open that came out. We talked about it on the Hot 10 last night. They gave it away at the U.S. Open. It's an Avengers book. And I guess, so I guess there was a couple of these weird giveaways that they did. And this is one of them. Check this out. This is kind of cool. Shout out to Igor. He sent me this. He said that these were inserts too. And this one on the left looks super interesting. All right. It's a promo. It's a custom edition, so they paid to have it done. Whoever this group is, this Ready Girl. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what it is. All I seen are the pictures. So, be on the lookout for that.
They gave us up to the U.S. Open because I can't imagine many of them coming back in good shape. People taking the LIR or the 7 train to get back, and that whole area is just, there's just, I can't. If you're going to find one, then it's going to get in good shape. It's going to be really hard to find, I would imagine.
So they were inside. Those books were inside a freebie information kit that was given out at the yearly market this past weekend in New York. Okay. So, he said that 90% of them were going in the trash of people who got them. But he decided to look inside, and there were 2 comic books in it. So he went back and grabbed a bunch more. And he said most everybody who got them were throwing them away in the nearest trash can. Wow. So might be something to think about. We always talk about those promo books being on the Almost 10 or being those books that blow up, that Kansas City Chiefs Spider-Man book or whatever book that was.
Yeah. I've seen the, they have the one for the Flyers?
Yep.
Last year?
I bet. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that was cool.
I remember that just something like that.
Like what's their mascot's name? He's actually probably one of the best mascots in the league, and I remember he was like new and everybody hated him.
The big fuzzy thing with the big two eyes.
Yeah,
the big orange guy.
Fluffy,
User.
Gritty.
Yeah, great fucking name for a mascot too. For a hockey mascot? You kidding me? Yeah, that's interesting shit. All right, so I don't remember what show it was, but I think it might have been the Market Report on Wednesday, and I was talking about it was either this Wednesday or last Wednesday, I can't remember, but there was a artist edition of Batman Year One that was Mazzucchelli's artist edition that had sold for some ridiculous amount. I was like, look at this, holy cow! And I asked, like, I wonder if Mazzucchelli is selling this. Well, turns out IDW accidentally sent the artist editions out to people by mistake, and they were putting them up on eBay.
That's great,
right? Buyers who received these AP editions are asked to return them, with IDW covering shipping and providing discounts. Yeah, right. Pricing errors previously caused order cancellations for Batman Year One artist editions, sparking complaints. High resale prices on eBay raise questions about whether recipients will return them.
Fucking morons. It's like the one, remember the guy who had the CGC, the punch? He's like,
yeah.
Yeah, can you, I know it's a...
That's Kreider, yeah.
Yeah, hey, my bad. We owe you one. Can you send that back?
Not a chance. Yeah, not a chance. So this is what DC said. We recently discovered that several artist-proof copies of Batman Year One Artist Edition by Mazzucchelli were accidentally shipped to you. These AP copies are reserved for the artist, and we kindly ask that you check your copy to see if you have received one. Well, that just tells me none of them are going back because they don't know if they have them or not. All right, back to that. If you do have an AP copy, we would greatly appreciate if you could return it so we can ensure it reaches the artist as intended. We will cover all return shipping costs, send you the correct signed edition, and offer you a generous discount on your next artist edition purchase as a token of our gratitude. Thank you for your understanding for helping us make this right. Ooh. Yeah. 170, 1,400 on eBay. See, I was like, there was something going on with this. And I wonder how many there were. You know what I mean? Like,
can't be many.
150, 50, 10. You know? It's pretty interesting. This is what I was talking about earlier. So, one of the biggest complaints that I have about retailer exclusives is that the print count is just so high on them. And when you do a DC or Marvel exclusive, you have to do a 3,000 print count run. You have to buy, you know what I mean? And then, so it's always kind of been like it's not a smart move for newer retailers that are getting into the game to make such a big jump to a Marvel or DC variant and it just tank, right? It could really hurt somebody. So DC put this out, so they do fuck up and they send out a bunch of artist proofs to the wrong people, but then they totally make up for it by saying that they're going to start allowing retailers to do 1,000 count variant run. So, I mean, it'd be cooler if it was 500, but this is a start, right? I mean,
listen, 1,000's not bad. 3,000 just for the books by themselves, you're into it for probably close to 10K, and that doesn't include the artist fees and the cover and everything.
I mean, especially for the big two, you know.
Yeah,
you're right.
When it gets to artist fees, is there kind of a range on how much the artist fees are? I don't know. Do you get to actually choose, like, or do they say, hey, these are kind of the artists that are available, or maybe you have some art that you can use? How does that work?
I don't know how DC works. You know, when we did ours for the Turtles one, I picked the artist. I straight up was like, I want my buddy Viken Marion to do it, and That's how it was for IDW. I know Image typically, like with this Transformer stuff and the GI Joe stuff, there's like a list, and it's first come first serve, and the only way you kind of get on it is if you've done a previous book. Like if you did the Energon Universe 1, like the year from last year, you were able to start doing them. But I know now Image is actually letting other people who didn't previously do variants jump on this. So, let's just say I wanted to do it. I guess maybe I could. I don't know if they'd approve it, but someone else is allowed to do it now.
Wookie Fodder's got a great comment. He says, I may just jump on to do a junk variant so I can get the ratio covers on some books.
I was going to say, is it also, could it be honestly kind of a bad thing that they reduce it to too low just because then you have too many people trying to do more variants, and that's the last thing we really need.
That's a great point. Now we're going to have more.
Is Epic Nation going to jump all over this now? I mean, or whatever he's fucking selling under. Whatever.
I don't even know if he could do 1,000.
Well, he can't count to it, I'm sure, but could he actually swindle somebody into 1,000?
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Well, I don't know about now, man. I mean, I don't know. The retailers that I've talked to, it seems like it's the thought process is to let them do less amount and pay more. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah. So they don't have to be on the hook.
Bring the volume down, but raise the fees up, and so they get theirs. Yeah.
That way they don't have to be on it for so much. So it's interesting, though. We'll see how it plays out. I'm all in on it, though. All in on DC. Other than them fucking up and sending David Mazzucchelli's books to somebody else.
Brad said Nate's throwing some shade tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just,
nice guy, Nate.
If you walk like a duck and quack like a duck, you're not a fucking mongoose. So
there you go.
So I saw this. They talked a little bit more on Comic Hub podcast about. I don't even listen to this podcast. You guys listen to this podcast? You ever heard of this Comic Club? Scott Snyder sits down at Terrific Con to talk DC All In, Absolute Batman, and a little about his new TV series. And it was kind of interesting because he talked about the new Batman stuff and how Batman grew up in Crime Alley in this new Nick Dragotta series, which sounds pretty interesting, right?
Yep. He's not rich.
Yep. I think that's fucking cool. No mansion, no money. Yep.
I think it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a what if, right?
Yeah, it's a bit more gritty, maybe.
Yeah, no Alfred.
Yeah.
Well, Alfred's there, but he's an MI6 agent.
Oh, so he's going after him, maybe instead of like Commissioner Gordon.
Yep.
Wasn't Alfred like a spy, like originally or something like that? Yeah.
They did give him a backstory at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
He's a badass with the backstory. I mean, that's one reason I actually like the Joker book when they had Commissioner Gordon going after Joker.
Yeah.
On his own, like a side. I thought that was a good twist.
Yeah.
Equipped with self-made gadgets, this Batman is a resourceful engineer without high tech, fighting villains and with more resources. A little bit more like Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight's Batman style. I wish that could have continued. Why couldn't have that continued? That would have been fucking awesome, dude. What's his name? That's another thing, man. Why do those people have to? It's like, what if Nirvana? What if Kurt Cobain never died? What if Heath Ledger never died? We'd have like four more Joker movies probably.
I'm telling you that the Heath Ledger casting. I just remember how upset I was about it, and then how completely wrong I was about it. And I try not to get too worked up, just because, he was the one I thought would be the worst, and he was absolutely the best.
How do I get rid of these stupid ads? What are these ads? Drive me crazy.
Google Chrome.
I was gonna say you probably need to change your default browser.
Yeah, like what the hell, man? There's I think that's Alfred. Could be wrong though. Yeah,
Like a stormtrooper.
that's like him in his MI6 gear, and this is him regularly.
All right.
All right.
Mr. Pennyworth.
All right.
He has a newsie. That's awesome.
I think this looks fucking
scissor kick.
right.
Nice.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah. So flexible.
He's like Libby Dunn and Paul Steens all in one.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. And that looks pretty badass, man. So again, I know a lot of people are still dogging it. I think it looks fucking awesome.
I agree.
We'll see. And then just another quick news tidbit. New Thundercats character coming. Another new Thundercats character. Apex. So Thundercats number 8. A new character over there. I don't know if there was much spec play behind those. I think still those Thundercats books are all cover buys for the most part. But I don't know. Do you guys think if ever a Thundercats movie or a project gets announced that these books will ever storyline, the first appearances?
I think it'd be tough just because everyone would expect Mumra and then the mutant Slythe, Monkey and those kind of guys. I mean, you'd have to make someone who's pretty strong on that side. If they introduce them a little bit more like the Chitara series, which is really good because it gives you a little more background about Thundera and Claudius and kind of Lino's background. But if you give them a good look and you make them a badass, and it's possible. Especially too, maybe some of the variants would not have big print counts either.
It looks badass.
I will say I do think that I like the Thundercats the run. I think the last one had more of a story about Wily Kit and Wily Cat, and they're still kind of upset that Lino's the way they get treated versus Lino because they all grew up together.
Yeah, it was a good issue. It was a good issue.
And I like the Chitara series. I think it's got because if you remember the TV series, she would have like flashes where she kind of see into the future.
Yep.
And you can see that coming about like she sees Thundera, like bad things getting ready to happen, or Thundera exploding, things of that nature. And the very end of number 2, you can kind of see I think it's Vulture Man. You can kind of see like, hey, they're getting ready to make some kind of move towards Thundera.
It's a cool looking character. Some kind of crazy cat, tiger, or lion or some shit. Maybe it's Egyptian.
It is kind of cool. I like the look.
Right? Glowing cat eye when just his right eye glows.
Yeah.
He's got a fucking gauntlet, so that's pretty badass. I always thought that was the coolest thing about Lino was the gauntlet.
Yeah.
So what's the raps all about? Is he like used to be dead and he came back alive, or like a mummy or something?
You know how like Egyptians like how they look at cats, they like mummify them also. They're like they're like, I don't know if they're deities or anything, but they really fucking hold them dear. So I wonder if this is like Egyptian maybe. I don't know.
One thing I was going to tell you, Brian, too, is we talking about like the claw. I don't know if you remember in the old TV series, he had like a chain. He could actually like throw the claw and like connect it.
That's what I'm talking about.
So Mondo actually just came out with kind of like the He-Man series, like the Beastman and Skeletor, the taller series, and he actually comes with that claw, like a separate one that actually has the chain that you can actually throw. He can connect and grapple with.
What is this? The 6? Is it the 1/6 scale figure?
Yeah, it was a Time series, and it ended, I want to say, about a week ago. That's it.
Oh my god!
This is their first launch into the Thundercats line. But see that what looks like panthers, like that chain.
Yeah.
Right there. That connects to one of the claws. Like you can basically insert it, and so he could throw it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Wow. Looks like a garden gnome.
Wow, look at that fucker.
Damn.
Snarf does look like a gnome. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know if you see, but the guy holding it, his belt has a Thundercats insignia on the belt.
That's dope.
Oh, look at him.
Clever.
That's dope, man. 78 points of articulation needs to get a job with one of these groups. Take these type of pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. That's crazy.
I mean, they do a great job with the He-Man stuff, the He-Man figures.
Yeah, as the knife goes in it. Yeah, that's badass, dude. Look at that. That's sick, dude.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. It's just more money. There it is.
That it is.
Jesus. There you go. Not bad. Yeah, that's cool, man. Awesome sauce. Check your Facebook messages, brother. Adam's gonna come on and tell us about he's got a new GoFundMe going.
Oh yeah, I saw something in my my messages, but I haven't had a chance to check it out yet.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. So we're gonna talk to him about that. All right, let's go take a look at some FOC. Start off with our boy Lefteros. You get some fun stuff to talk about. You guys been following all the Ellie Deadpool stuff?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we'll get into that. All right, starting off, Batman Long Halloween, Last Halloween, #1. You got the Jim Lee. There's a Jim Lee sketch cover too. That's pretty fucking badass if I remember correctly. So you get there's a lot of really good covers for this. So we'll see how this plays out. It's kind of weird not having Tim Sale there, but Eduardo Rizzo is one of my favorite Batman artists of all time. So that'll be really cool. I remember they did, those Batman black and white statues that they did?
Oh, those are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite one is the Eduardo Rizzo one. It's amazing. I love how stylized they would get.
Was that like an old 5-issue miniseries back a long time ago?
Yeah,
yeah, they did 2 runs.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, these are cool. I'm looking at them right now. Huh.
Yeah, I miss all those statues. I had the Jock one was really cool. The Scarecrow one.
Let me see the Jock one.
They did a lot of good ones.
Oh yeah.
This is the
Lee cover.
This is the very first Jim Lee cover right here. This cover.
No shit.
Yep. Batman black and white #1.
I guess that. Okay.
Yeah. Great set, man.
Oh yeah.
Barry
What year
Windsor
is that?
Smith. 90
87, 90?
90 something. Alex Toth did a fucking Batman cover. So, yeah, dude, great set. Yeah, I think the first Jim Lee Batman though was a Batman Goth. Was it called Goth? Was there a Batman book called Goth?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and it had a Dave Johnson cover, and that's the first Jim Lee Batman book, I believe. So, but anyways, moving on. Here we go. Deadpool #7. First cover appearance of Earth 616 Ellie as Deadpool. You get the Torrin Clark cover, which we talked about last week. That is awesome. It's got that. I love the fact that Taskmaster is her sensei, and she's got that badass symbiote dog. So that's a great. What?
Princess.
Is that the name, Princess?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool,
Princess.
man. That's super cool. She looks badass.
Yeah, she has the Zen pole design.
Yeah. Yeah, that we talked about on
Hot 10.
Hot 10, yeah.
Zen pole made an appearance, I think, in Deadpool 2, I think. It was just a back cameo.
Has that early or has that Deadpool #6 shot up at all on the secondary market?
Oh, you mean the one of her in the future?
Yeah.
I haven't checked, honestly.
Yeah, it's
I've been-
still. I saw it on Cover Price, I think, this week or last week. It's
Oh, so it
still-
is moving?
Yeah. No, it's been steady.
That's a fucking
They
cool
announced
book.
it at San Diego.
That's a really cool book. So basically it says, I had a chance to read the first few pages of this issue, and I'm pretty certain Ellie Poole will make her debut in #6. So I guess meaning that she's going to put on the full costume. You know, she had the mask on and everything in the book before this and the book before that, right? So,
but she doesn't have the Zen Poole look with the hood. That's her like traditional.
Yeah.
You know, and her superpower. I mean, she has multiple superpowers, but her thing is where she's connected genetically to her dad is when Deadpool gets a limb torn off or blown to pieces, he starts growing everything back. She just turns into a teenage girl. Right back to a teenage girl. So
that's fucking, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's interesting. See, I like that they're throwing in like the different powers. It's a play on their powers because it gives them better things to play around with when they're writing stories. I know it's Ziegler that's doing it, and I hope that it's good. Do I think it's going to be good? I don't know. No, I don't. No. But
come on, you didn't like Spider-Punk?
Dude, I want it to be good. I want it to be good. It should be good. It's set up to be good. It's got all the, like, come on. Please.
It's almost like Marvel laid out the pieces for him. We want you to do good. We like you.
Yeah.
They believe in him, kind of. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just totally guessing.
We'll go through the variants here in a little bit of this because there's one variant that everybody's going to go crazy for.
Uh-oh.
I don't think it's worthy of it, but they are going to go crazy for it. Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes special #1. This is, remember, I think we talked about this like a few weeks ago. The reason why this book is so great is it's got two great things to it, right? It's got the fact that it's got this new cool character that's showing up, this Phantasma character, which again is another great designed character, cool looking character.
Weren't they talking about that character at San Diego? Did you hear him?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard. Yeah, nice.
And of course it has that badass variant by Jay Gonzo, which is fucking amazing. So I think this is going to be very interesting. And this is a great looking cover. The Sandoval cover is a great looking cover too.
I like it.
So, Knights vs. Samurai. You got a Todd McFarlane cover, badass Todd McFarlane cover with two fucking dragons. That's badass right there. It just goes to prove that McFarlane can still throw down a sketch cover and just make everybody go, damn, dude.
Have you ever watched him ink on YouTube? It's incredible.
I've watched him when every once in a while when he'll like show like drawing tutorials.
Yeah.
But I really like how Jim Lee just got done doing his like 7th year anniversary show on Twitch. And he just sketches on Twitch all the time. And Finch does it on YouTube.
Yeah,
Finch. He is so good. The detail. There's a Secret Wars that's on eBay right now. It's I think it's 700 best offer at Deadpool, and it is a beautiful, I mean beautiful, David Finch piece.
I gotta see it.
I was lucky enough to get a piece from him many years ago here in New Jersey. He actually came to like not like a local show, but like a small show. It was like a first or second year show. And I was like first in line. And the way he does it is he just sketches. And I literally stood there for an hour and he sketched.
He makes it look so easy.
Batman and Catwoman. I had him
that's awesome.
You got it framed?
No, it's slabbed. Signature series.
Wow.
Nice.
That thing is just.
I'll have to post
sick.
it soon.
Yeah, definitely post that. Hell yeah. I only have one. No, sorry. I have 4 sketchbooks, and I never went crazy on sketch covers. I should say I have 4 sketch covers. I have one that I got, I think it's Brett Booth. He did a Spider-Man.
Oh,
yeah.
Who used to do Stormwatch back in the day?
Yeah. Brett Booth is amazing artist, dude.
Clark.
Yeah,
So
one of the
good.
best.
He's really good.
Yeah.
yeah.
I got a Scarlet Spider headpiece from him. I won it at like one of the Phoenix Comic Cons, and then I got a really fucking good. The first time I had ever seen it, it was Spider-Man 36, and a local artist here, Andy Carrion, did a sketch on it in red and white paint pens of Carnage, and it's fucking amazing, man. It's absolutely. Nice. I walked into a store. They had it on their shelf, and I'm like, I got a store here called Dreadnought, one of the best fucking comic book stores you'll ever see. And they had it up there behind the shelf, and I'm like, how much for that? They're like, we can't sell it. We got that done at the store this weekend. It's badass. We love it. And I would go in there every month and be like, do you want to sell it yet? Do you want to sell it yet? Do you want to sell it yet?
What's your number? The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase takes. Yeah.
I was like, I want that fuck. I got to get that fucker. And then I actually went and had him do 2 sketches on. You remember when the Midnight Sun series did all those black covers for Ghost Rider and yeah.
It was Marvel Spotlight or shit. What was the other one?
They're all Darkhold books. It meant to look like Darkhold books, but they were like.
Do you have the black on black with the gold?
Yeah.
I like those ones the best. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got 2 of those done by the same artist. I got a
nice
Anti-Venom and a Ghost Rider. But dude, something when they look like this, holy shit.
It's because remember the one I showed you that I got done on the Dark Knight? So I did get it back. I got it framed instead of doing it slab just because horizontal versus vertical, and it I think going frame because I like the Kelly Jones aspect too.
Yeah.
So,
do you have it?
Yeah, it's
Speaking of oh, there you go. Nice.
Fucking A, bro.
Oh yeah.
But,
monster.
Yeah.
Bro, that looks so good, Nate.
So much better than the slab.
Oh my god, does that look good?
And the best part was, the remark was he was doing it live at ANZ with Ali, and it was $125. Getting it framed cost, I think it cost more to get it framed than it did actually buy the art.
Always.
Wow.
Yeah. You should know. You would know.
Always.
Yeah.
That is gorgeous, dude. That's absolutely
Speaking,
gorgeous.
Agent Venom, have you guys seen Miles' new Xenomorph look?
Yeah,
yes.
I read it.
Yeah.
Looks good. I like it.
We're going to talk about that. That's coming up. Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu #1. You got a badass Scotty Young covers. Scotty Young, the Moon Knight covers that Scotty Young does are always good.
Oh, yeah.
They're always good.
I like them.
Yep. And then Star Wars Battle of Jakku Insurgency Rising. First appearance and cover of Bray and Ubrick Adelhard. So there you go. Got some new characters coming. Let's see here. Marks a new era for Star Wars. Takes place after Return of the Jedi with this first issue. Alex Gurar Jr. brings 2 first appearances of characters we've only seen in video game until now. There we go. And then next we've got Venom War #3. Another Clayton Crane horse variant. What the fuck? This is weird, dude.
That is one of the weirdest fucking things I've ever seen.
I like it.
Really?
He's already confirmed for Venom 3.
Oh my god.
The horse.
You've seen the preview. Yeah, you've seen the preview. Right? You've seen the preview.
That movie's good. It looks awful. I hope I'm wrong. I watched the first 2, and the first one I can stand. The second one, oh man, but
yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad. Orange
You
is
want it
just-
to be, but you want it to be good. Like
I
of
know you
course.
want it to, of
You really-
course.
Of course.
Hey Justin, did you get Outlaws?
I did not because it's very buggy, so
Okay.
I'm waiting.
Okay.
So here's all the
Outlaw.
covers for it. You got a bunch of, I mean, all the covers are good, to be honest. That's not bad. 1 in 50, Virgin.
Dylan, Brock, and Dad are in a fight right now.
Yeah. All the
happened.
Spider-Man characters are fighting each other across the whole thing. So it's very interesting. That one's pretty good. All right. I think that looks great.
Is that a wrap or is that two different covers?
I think it's two different covers. Let's see
Yeah, I
here.
think it was two
Connecting?
different.
Yeah,
That's
they're
not bad.
connecting. Yeah. Team Dylan variant, Team Eddie variant. You connect them. I love connecting covers. Scotty Young, Thumb War. That's great. It's pretty smart. That's a badass Will Sliney.
Yeah.
So not bad. It ain't bad. We'll see how it plays out.
The Venom horse is the best cover.
Yeah. The only thing that's weird is why is the horse posing like Spider-Man? That's weird to me.
Because he's symbiote, dude. He could do anything. Fucking, I'm surprised he's not smoking a cigar, drinking a cup of coffee.
Oh my god, bro! And then finally the J. Scott Campbell Phoenix
Nice.
cover. Yeah, I love whenever they show the Phoenix Force behind her. I think that's such a great concept. Always reminds
Did
me
you
of
guys-
that HeroClix figure.
Did you guys grab that J. Scott Campbell that came out this week with the green, the X-Men? The 1 in 100?
I haven't grabbed any of
Oh,
them
the
yet,
Rogue.
but
Is it
I
1 in
think
50
it's
or
too
1 in
green.
100?
It's too green for
100.
me.
100? Yeah. I like it. Oh, yeah, it is a lot of green.
Yeah.
Wait, for you, it's too green? What
Dude,
the hell?
it's fucking, yeah, it's eye-popping, bro. It really is. This Creep Show #1 is coming out, and this 1 in 10 by
That
Steve.
thing's cool as shit.
Oh, bro.
I mean, it is cool as shit.
We got to get that one.
It reminds me of horror. It reminds me of Garbage Pail Kids. It reminds me of Iron Maiden. I mean, it's just got every
Iron
great
Maiden?
aspect.
That's a good
Yeah,
call.
because it looks like Eddie behind the plate,
Yeah, he's got his hair coming out the mask.
kind of like the Killers. Oh man, fantastic!
It's
And look at
ball.
the guy, the way the batter's standing. Like
He's
he
crumbling.
got hit in the nuts.
Yeah.
The way his knees are locked up.
Yeah. That's so good. I wonder if there's a print. I wonder if this artist does like a print of this. Because I would love to get this framed, you know?
Yeah.
Get him to sign that and just a print of that. Yeah.
Who is the artist?
Steve Beach. There's more covers.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Hold on here.
Oh, Chip Zdarsky's writing that? That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, dude. Look at this.
Holy shit! It looks like Ice Cream Man. And a cover.
Creepy.
Oh,
So-
Brian, I read that Epitaphs from the Abyss this
Awesome.
week after you talked about it last week. Shit was good. It was really good.
The
It
covers
reminded
are
me of
so
like
dark.
Ice Cream Man and all those like horror things, but it is real horror.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep. It's I think that's like the new thing. That's why Creep Show is out, you know. That's Ice Cream Man is one of the still longest ongoings, you know, that's been going for forever now. And there's a reason for it. So,
Adam's backstage.
oh, where is he? His Adam, you there, brother?
Yeah.
All right, we can hear you. We just can't see you, but don't worry about it. As long as we can hear you, that's all we need.
Good. Now we're all even.
Yeah. So, how you doing,
You
brother?
look better.
What's that?
How you doing, brother?
I am doing good.
Yeah.
I want to throw my computer against the wall right now. But outside of that,
I don't blame you, dude. I don't blame you. I know.
I installed some new software for the visually impaired on it, so it's being a pain in the ass.
Oh, nice. That's even more computer problems that I don't want to have to fuck with. So
Yeah.
I don't blame you. All right, next, here's the Deadpool variant. This is the 1 in 100. Yeah, 1 in 100. Momoko. And it's actually not bad for Momoko. Right? I mean, it's not terrible.
Yeah, it's definitely a better cover. It actually reminds me of she just did a Spider-Gwen not too long ago on Amazing Spider-Man that literally looks just like that.
Yep, that's all. I agree. I like.
Yeah. I like the roses around it. I just wish it wouldn't be the yellow. The yellow and the white kind of makes it seem like it's faded for some reason.
I think with me, I just don't like when with Marvel characters, sometimes she draws like their face completely like too skinny. Like she drew too close to the other line or something. She decided to just work with it. That's the only thing I don't really like about her. But this is good.
Yeah. New Ghost Machine titles coming out. Hyde Street is on FOC next week, says Lefteros. Shout out to Lefteros.
Hell yeah. What up, Left?
So here we go. We've got more covers for this. Get the design cover 1 in 25, Torrin Clark.
That's a 1 in 25?
Yeah.
Damn, that's high. It used to be like 1 in 10s.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and sometimes open to order.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It might hit. It's kind of weird that her leg's there, but it might hit.
I was just thinking that.
Maybe she's got a club foot.
She's a
description, please, for a minute.
It's Deadpool as a chick with a hood on, kind of like Spider-Gwen.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually looks pretty badass, to be honest. She's got long brown hair.
All right,
So she looks like
this is
Spider-Gwen.
It's the 1 in 100 for issue 7.
Yeah. No, 1 in 25. The 1 in 100 is a Momoko. That's really good for Momoko. There's an Amanda Connor Doom variant. They're doing Doom variants across for the whole month. And then this is a big time collectibles retailer exclusive by John Jang.
So store variants. How many store variants are there, Brian?
Just
check
only this one that I've seen, according to League of Comic Geeks, which usually is pretty good about putting them up there, but not all the time. So this one's not too bad. The Chris Allen, the Stormbreakers one.
Oh yeah, I like it.
I wish this would have been the 1 in 25.
Yeah, right.
Fucking good.
Yeah, for sure.
It again goes back to the whole argument. Who the hell picks these damn variants out?
Well, to be honest, in all honesty, the A cover should have been the 1 in 25. Where is it?
See it?
This cover should have been the 1 in 25.
Oh yeah, that would have been awesome. Holy crap.
And then
you got to get 4 garbage design variants just to get the Momoko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
So there is a Momoko trade.
What do you trade it for?
But the 1 in 100 will be the one everybody's after. This is another interesting one. So I love Ashley Wood, and he re-released that Lore series, and this is Lore Remastered number 3, the 1 in 10. It's pretty badass. Skull cover. Ashley Wood art is badass. It's always badass. It's creepy.
The
as
Lore
shit.
movie, was it still in the works or no?
I don't know. It's a great question. If anybody knows, let us know. Here's the main cover.
Have you read Lore?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking creepy, dude. It's just Ashley
It's like-
Wood.
It's like, is it like Hunger Games and like meets like Greek mythology or something like that?
Yeah, it's like like there's like what's that? Was that show where they had like those group of people that were like going to the school, and it was they were all like vampires and shit. You remember that?
Vampire Doctors?
The old
Yeah,
HBO show?
It was actually really good. And they're magicians. Sorry, they're magicians. And it was like
Harry Potter.
It was like Harry Potter, but they were older.
Harry Potter. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I actually thought it was
There's
Harry
a
Potter when I
super
first saw
hot
it.
chick in it.
There's lots of super hot chicks.
Yeah.
Was it on Disney Plus then?
I'm way off topic. I don't even remember the topic anymore.
Secrets of Dumbledore.
Yeah.
No?
Isn't it like something Academy? Fuck. I can picture it.
Hmm.
Wasn't it a movie and then it became a series?
I don't even remember what we're talking about anymore. I'm stoned.
Talk about Seinfeld, bro.
Craft. It could be anything.
The Magicians.
Oh my gosh.
And it's nothing like this. It's nothing
Oh,
like
the
this.
Magicians. And
Yeah.
what's his name? Hughes did a cover for it. It was on
Yeah.
Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nothing like that. Jennifer Bradley's journey to solve the mystery of her father's death grows increasingly bizarre as what she discovers threatens not just her existence, but her entire modern society, too. Her father's death leads her down a path where local folklore makes its presence felt, and it's like Greek shit, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Delphi is what it says here. I didn't read it. I lied.
Dude, Image is on fire, dude. Dude, they're just killing it right now.
I do have them, though. There's a really good variant for this one that I talk about all the time.
There it is. That's the one. Yeah. I remember that. I love that.
And then, do you remember we had that Ashley Wood Bionicle book? Do you remember that Ashley Wood Bionicle book that we talked about on the Almost 10?
Maybe.
Remember you guys talking about it? I don't remember what it is.
Let's talk about a lot of books on Almost 10.
Yeah.
So there's a Bionicle variant for Bionicle number 1. The DC that did it? Yeah. Check this out. So this is a sleeper. I'm way off topic. This is a sleeper comic series, Bionicle, that DC put out. And there's a San Diego Comic-Con variant for number 1 that Ashley Wood did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. 2001?
Yeah, it's rare. All right, back to FOC. Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about your GoFundMe here in a second.
All right, cool, man. It's I'm taking notes in FOC.
Good.
I always miss stuff.
Venom War, Spider-Man number 3. Shout out to
I read.
You read it?
I read 1. Did 2 come out this week?
I can't remember.
No, I think it's this week. It's
literally the day before they released. Well, I mean, it was already popped up on New to Order, but I think CBR. I think it was CBR or comicbook.com when you saw that a new Venom is coming, right? A new Venom was with the yellow on, right? And they said there's only 4 players that it could be. It could be Luke Cage, Robbie Robertson, 2 other characters. But anyways, right before that, it was last Saturday. I read the first issue of Venom War Spider-Man. It was really good. I actually really enjoyed it. And towards the end, spoiler alert, if you haven't read it, I thought Peter was going to be Venom. I thought he was going to be Venom, but it was definitely big time guessing speculation because we don't even know if the symbiosis could. The what do you call that? The hive mind could go through symbiosis. They're already synced, but their minds weren't. So I thought it was. And the next thing that shout out to Black Crown and Left who pointed this out. I saw the article on comicbook.com on Black Crown Comics about the new Venom, and Peter wasn't one of the four options. So I was like, damn.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be Peter too. There was rumors that it was going to be Peter.
No.
We talked about it this week. I feel like, especially when you're having an event right now and you're already announcing a new Venom, you should wait for that to end, because it's like, all right, well, now you're already set up a brand new Venom, and we just got Dylan last year as Venom, and they're already pushing him out.
And that's actually a really good point. Let me add to that. When you say that it's only, we're so far away, 3 months away from that at least, right? 3 months away until that happens.
It comes out October, yeah.
Oh, it doesn't come out? I thought it was November. Okay, my bad. So whatever. We're 45 days to a month and a half, whatever, away. I mean, from a business standpoint, they're leaving money on the table, because that now it's not going to be Peter if it's going to be out of those four. So that was kind of a dumb thing by them. But yeah, when I saw the four choices, I was like, okay, well, I want Luke Cage to be Venom then.
The only good thing is if it's one of those characters and you know who it is by the time the series comes out, Venom War 5 is probably a good book to pick up. It could be a good spec play.
I was talking to Left about this, and he likes Madame Mask. I like Rick Jones because Al Ewing's writing it, and it's just, it's not really a big dot connect. It's actually common sense. If you read Al Ewing, he did a lot of Mortal Hulk, Incredible Hulk stuff, and he loves Rick Jones. He's always trying to make him look good. So
Madame Mask is the easy choice.
Rick Jones
She's a shoo-in.
That would be interesting.
Well, if you look at the character design, actually, the first thing that popped in my head was Luke Cage, because of all that yellow, the modern design of Luke Cage, right? And then if you look close at that new symbiote, he doesn't have all that symbiote junk, ooze, or whatever they're calling it, dripping off of him. It's like he's real veiny and dry. So I was like, oh, it's got to be Luke Cage. But then also Rick Jones is a big dude too, right? So I was thinking, okay, so I don't know. We'll see what happens.
That's a good cover, though. I got to be honest.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, here's the Ghost Rider Jay Gonzo variant. Now, I think they might be doing. Are they doing a foil of this too?
Hope not.
So there's really good. We talked about this a little bit. There's really good variants for this. Let me go ahead and bring it up. So this is the regular cover, which is badass. There's that Sandoval variant that we talked about. And then this is that Jay Gonzo variant. That's awesome. It's badass. He's holding the heart. And then, so that's it. But I thought that I saw somewhere that there was a foil variant of that. And if there's a foil variant of that, that is like ratio, that would be interesting. Have they ever done?
Was saying there's no foil.
There's no foil? Okay. Mm-hmm. No foil, thank goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be a convention exclusive.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It is a really good cover. Somebody will foil that. There's already people on the phone to DC saying, "Let me foil that book." But what's up, Jeff? How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. All right, back to where was I? Where did I go? Is it here? No, here. All right. There we go. FOC, shout out our boy Billy at Economics and Comics. Zatanna, the Nicola Scott variant, those are all badass. There's the Long Halloween. Universal Monsters, Frankenstein is badass. All of them are good. Did you guys see all the variants for those?
No.
Oh my god, dude.
I just took a brief look at the list this week.
This Skybound really hit it out of the park with doing all these. Super smart. I mean, obviously, just the regular cover for number 2 is awesome. Look at that. That could be a print in itself. And then here's the incentives. There's a really good incentive. I think that's Francavilla, right? Yep, Francavilla. There's the 1 in 25 black and white Demundo. Look at that. 1 in 50.
I like that. That's dope.
Right?
I almost thought that was a Frizen cover.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Enwita Citrea. It's beautiful. Holy cow. This is gorgeous. And then there's that 1 in 75 Martin Simmons.
That's good.
Yeah. They're all good.
The thing is, like, how many actually do you think will be around? Because, like, who's ordering 75 copies of that?
Exactly.
Yeah, not a lot.
I think that there's a NYCC exclusive for issue 2. So probably more than you think.
I doubt. I mean, like 75 of that. I mean, what's the total count? Like, count it. Like, I seriously doubt you're going to see that floating around like a lot.
I don't think regular shops will have it, but if anyone ends up doing an exclusive, they'll have a bunch. And I would also imagine that Skybound will release them on their own site.
Wow. This is the 1 in 75 for number 4 coming up. You can see all the ones coming up.
They got some great looking covers.
Damn. They're beautiful. I mean, this is like the type of series, type of title that just you can't go wrong with, right? Here's the Frizen variant for number 4 that's coming out.
If you do an exclusive for this, how many do you have to buy?
Great question. It's Image.
Probably 500.
Right.
Isn't like 500 like the norm for Image?
Yeah, that's probably the case. If they'll let you do it. There's the 1 in 25 Frizen black and white. 1 in 50 Stephanie Pepper. Ooh. Maria Wolf did a 1 in 75. Oh, holy cow.
It's awesome.
It is. Yeah, that's a hit. Absolute hit. So
if you did 500, if you had to do 500, 75 is a ratio, you basically get 6. So say 10 people did the exclusive,
piece.
you'd have 6. Basically, you have 60.
Yeah.
Left is saying
that's why I don't think it doesn't feel like it'd be a big count.
Yeah.
Left is saying that Skybound does not sell incentives direct to the consumer like that.
Yeah.
That's
So
good for them.
Yeah, which that's why I think that 175, if you really like it, it's gonna be tough to get.
Yeah.
The math just seems like it'd be tough.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big book.
Yeah. Excuse me. Is the like cover A and cover B's and all that worth getting 75 copies of to get the 1 in 75?
You mean just going and telling your store to order 75 of
just
them?
going in telling whoever you order your book. Like, I have a lot of friends with diamond accounts and whatnot. So is it worth saying
Yeah, that's
75 copies just to get the 175?
yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. This cover, Tony. Is this the one? It's a 1 in 75, not a 1 in 25. It's even worse. Tony Fleece is in the chat asking if we're talking about the Maria Wolf cover.
What's that, Tony?
Yeah, this might be worth. I mean, if you could go to your store and did we just say that? Did somebody just say that? Go to your store and order this. Somebody said that they don't allow it.
If the backups are fine, like if the 1 in 25, the 1 and the 1 in 50 are good covers, then yeah, you could try to order 75 copies. But if the other ones aren't good covers, whether it's the artist or just the cover itself,
you're eating it.
Hold.
Here's all the other covers for it if you want to see them. The main cover, it has the Frizen, so it might be worth going in because you're going to get the Frizen's a cover B, and it's really good. The 1 in 10's a Francavilla. And
That's the key. The 1 in 10 and 1 in 25 need to be.
The Francavilla 1 in 10 is okay, it's Francavilla, so it's good, but it's not like the best Francavilla. But the 1 in 25 is a Frizzen black and white. But I don't like it as much as the Frizzen B cover because the color is what makes it to me.
I agree.
Always.
Yep. It's beautiful like that. I mean, it's good like this, but and then the 1 in 50 Stephanie Pepper, it's okay.
It's just dull. Like
Yeah.
it's not something people are going to crave.
But the wolf is a 10. Yeah.
That's a banger.
Yeah. She's really I love her style. All right, let's continue on. We've got we talked about Batman. Well, let's go look at the we didn't look at these yet. The Batman, the Long Halloween, Last Halloween stuff. There's some good covers to look at for that.
Did you see that DC just changed the minimum order for exclusives?
Hallelujah.
Yeah, we just talked about it earlier.
Nice.
It's amazing, man.
And looking at pre-sale pricing on the 1 in 75, it's about $90 right now, pre-sale. So it's still probably cheaper if you're an individual that wants it to scoop it off of eBay.
By the ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Batman Long Halloween special series they did in 2021 had some really good covers, and those things didn't do anything on the secondary. Maybe they're sleepers. Maybe they're flying under the radar.
Am I looking at what am I? That's the prologue.
That's a 0.
Where's number 1? Is this it right here? Yeah. Okay. So you got the A cover. Tim Sale. They found a Tim Sale piece of art that they could use.
It's amazing.
So you got the Rizzo, and they did a Rizzo. There's the Jim Lee. And then I don't know what the difference. This is a 1 in 25. It's the same Rizzo cover.
Maybe they got the artist wrong?
Maybe. Isn't it's the same, right? Is it maybe?
Oh, it's just minimal trade dress.
Minimal
Virgin.
trade. Okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's Virgin. Yeah. Okay. I don't like that without the trade, be honest. I don't like that without. That's a 1 in 50 Tim Sale. And then the 1 in 100 Jim Lee sketches.
That's awesome.
That's how you do a sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
fantastic.
about, man.
Jeez.
Hey, if you go back to the 2 covers ago, just I don't know if it means anything, but what does the 51-56 mean? There's
a
got to
great
be some
question.
reason that the numbers are there.
Yeah. It's a great question.
Ask my AI bot.
They work, bro.
That's how many people are in the Bat family now.
Yeah.
Hey, Google, what does 51-56 in Batman lore mean?
I mean, that's what AI is. It's like a super powered Siri and Google. Well, maybe not, but same thing.
So, and then there is a foil of the Jim Lee also, a virgin foil. So that's pretty dope. Feral, you got shout out to Tony and Trish. You got Feral number 6 out this week. Let's take a look and see what variants we got for that. Not out this week, on FOC this week.
Wait, who was saying they were reading Epitaph in Abyss?
I was. After
Okay.
last week. Yeah, Brian told me we were talking about it, and I picked up the first 2 issues.
Have you been reading Hello Darkness too? Or not really?
That's the Scott. I think I read
It's
issue
the
1 or
Boom.
2.
It's like the Boom one that they.
Yeah, I read issue 1 and 2 a while ago.
There's a Frizzen cover for that coming out. I think it's on FOC this week. We might be looking at it. There's the what variant is that for?
Is that
movie homage?
Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street?
What's the one? The Conjuring? Like, what's that?
Conjuring?
Series? I think it's like The Door or.
Okay.
What is that? I could see the movie poster. I just can't think of the name.
Chat, let us know.
51-56 with the police means detaining a mentally ill person, something along that lines. Says Smokey collects.
That must come up a lot in Gotham City.
That's pretty interesting. That's being held for evaluation. Chat, let us know what when you figure out this homage. Let us know. Tony's playing coy.
I think it's fried green tomatoes.
Yeah.
The front.
It's gotta be
movie I've ever fucking
it's got to
seen.
be a horror movie, right? So.
Yeah.
Oh, Phantom saying Barbarian. Celebrate.
Barbarian.
Oh, that was that
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that movie.
That was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, good call. Aaron.
It's like dead on.
I've never even heard of that movie.
It came out during 2021, 22.
Skarsgård, 2022.
Oh, that. There you go.
It starts out really weird, but then like if you keep watching, it's like kind of like, oh shit, this is awesome.
Well, let's fucking watch the trailer. Now we got to watch the trailer, damn it. All right.
Okay.
Where's the trailer? Let's go.
Yeah.
This is
I've seen
476
this.
Barbary,
It's
right?
an Airbnb.
Yeah, I'm renting this
I've seen
place.
this.
No, I booked it a month ago.
Are you sure you
That's scary, dude. That scares me
I've seen
now. Now I got to worry about every Airbnb that I book or I rent.
have the right place?
Next year, San Diego. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I
into.
know. Right?
Why don't you come inside and we'll call these idiots?
Oh yeah. Come inside.
Why don't you just crash here?
Oh, no.
I don't know if you got a great look at this neighborhood, but I don't think you should be out there by yourself. It's dry and there's a lock on the door. By the way, I'm Keith.
Tess.
You take the bedroom and I'll sleep out here on the couch.
Skarsgård plays a good bad guy, a really creepy bad guy. That's for sure.
God.
Well, that's what they make you think.
Yeah.
Keith?
Oh, now I'm gonna have to go watch this movie tonight.
It's a good watch.
This process might seem overwhelming, but with a little practice, it can soon become a pleasurable experience.
That's creepy as fuck.
This is perfectly natural.
Not bad. Not bad. Well, thanks to Tony Fleece and Trish Forstner for giving us our new horror movie to watch tonight.
And to make it even more creepier, it's based on a nonfiction novel. But it's not a true story because it's, it's a movie, the way they changed a lot of stuff. But that's what it's based on.
Tony's also always chasing deadlines. He's the most busy man in comic books.
Awesome.
Hell yeah, I agree. Here we go.
How many titles he's working on? Jeez.
So speaking of Maria Wolf, this must have been the one in 25 he's talking about. Holy moly. Maria Wolf has
fantastic.
Oh my God. She has 2 bangers on the list on FOC this week. She's about to join you, Tony. You and Trish as most busy people in comics.
She was cool to hang out with at saying it during San Diego.
She's really hit her stride, that's for sure. That's probably one of her best covers. I put that up there with her Ghost Rider cover.
Nice.
I really love it because of this. This really makes it awesome.
The Blood Moon.
Yeah. That's really good. Holy shit. So there you go. Reason to buy Feral, to put Feral on FOC this week. Let's continue. Ultimate Black Panther number 9. Justin, you were saying that Ultimate Black Panther was good.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's definitely better than X-Men.
What do you
Oh,
think
hell yeah.
about this whole Star Wars thing? I mean, this has got to be exciting, right? That they're
First something, post Return of the Jedi before Mando. So the only thing we ever really heard about the Battle of Jakku was Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yep.
The current consoles. So yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's going to be interesting. Who knows if I'll get back into reading it, but if it sounds cool, if everybody's saying it's good, I might. I need some Star Wars hit. I need to have some Star Wars in my life. Right
Did you
now,
see the Acolyte? That would solve that problem.
the only Star Wars that I have in my life that makes me remember how great Star Wars is Star Wars Lego. I fucking love Star Wars Lego, man.
That's awesome sauce.
Yeah.
You can always watch the porn parodies without the sex scenes in it. Those are pretty good.
Why would I want to watch the porn parodies without the sex scenes in them, bro?
Aren't that? Everyone, I'm just trying to be polite.
Maybe it's the ones at Jabba's palace, but Leia's not there. So.
You got to read it for the articles.
Oh my lord! There's the Nicola Scott Spotlight Harley cover.
Let's take a look at that real quick. I want to see those different versions of Harleys. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, I always like these type of covers. I mean, it's a comic trope, right? Yeah.
I'd rather have those than design variants.
Yeah, I agree. Creep Show, we already saw all that. Batman, we saw that. You got another magazine-sized book coming out. Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, Doom variant. You got... did we see all the covers for this? I don't think we saw all the covers for this.
Mark's been killing those cover A's.
Oh, my God, dude. That one that was on Wednesday was... And, Richie, we got to talk about that because you didn't think that was very good, did you?
No, I think it's good. I think it's a really good concept, but I mean, versus that Mark Brooks Aliens versus Avengers, just the colors in
I got
Aliens
you.
versus Avengers is just like ridiculously good.
Yeah, you think the Alien versus Avengers is better than the Ghost Spider?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is two different concepts, though. I think
yeah.
I see where you're coming from, especially I know you're on the horror kick right now, and I'm on that too, especially with Marvel going that way a little bit, and I like it. I just,
It was crazy because I didn't even think about that Aliens book, but it's a fucking huge book. It's
Richie, did you read Black Panther versus Predator?
No, I want to though.
Yeah, it's a good series, just for the number 1 so far.
Oh yeah, sorry, Adam. Say that again, Adam. I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Is it as good as Wolverine versus Predator?
Yeah, because it lends more lore to the Marvel universe, like something that shows up in. I don't want to spoil it, but something that people know in the Marvel universe is something that is also Predator lore. So
that's fucking cool, dude.
Awesome.
I love when they do that.
Nice.
I always oh wow.
That's cool.
Joelle Jones. Holy shit.
That's really good.
Yeah. That's beautiful. There's the design variant for that. Yeah, not too bad. Not too shabby on that Zatanna for the Joelle Jones. Lobo, Titans, Knights vs. Samurai, cover A. There's your cover A. Get the McFarlane.
Cancellation special. That's awesome.
Detective. Let's see here. Oh, Absolute Power Task Force. Is that a? No, that's Raza. Wow, that's a crazy cover. Wow, that is crazy. Like he just melted Martian Manhunter. Yuck. Moon Knight. We talked some about that. Wolverine Deep Cut. Ghost Rider, Daredevil. There's the Predator vs. Black Panther to do a second printing of the Philip Tan.
Yeah, look at the.
Go ahead.
The 1 in 25 second print. Do you guys like that?
The
Black
like
Panther
Marvel stuff.
Predator? Yeah, on the Black Panther Predator that's on
I haven't
FOC
seen
this
it.
week. It's I have it right here if you want me to show it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, give me a second. All right.
I love the Spawn Kills Every Spawn covers that they're doing. They got all these. It feels like a bunch of different artists doing them. This is Rob Guillory right here.
I need to
pretty
read
good.
this one because I read the first two Spawn Kills, like everyone or whatever.
Left Row says, I have a feeling that the second printing is going to be canceled. That would suck.
Oh, that looks badass.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yep.
I like that. Not bad. Not bad at all. Here's the other Spawn. Kills Every Spawn cover. Let me do this. Sketchcraft, who did, I think Sketchcraft did didn't they do the San Diego Comic-Con preview variant that was limited to 500? Remember that?
Was that the one? Was that the one from PX Previews?
Yeah.
Or from Diamond?
Yeah. Wow, look at that. Acuna cardstock for Outsiders 11. I always loved Kate Kane. I think she's a great character, underused character.
Hell yeah.
Well, didn't they use her on the CW stuff?
Yes,
They
it did.
tried. I don't remember if it was any good, though.
I like the story with her, the backstory with her and her dad in the comic.
Yep.
Yeah. The Detective Rebirth was great for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was such a good series, man. Great art. Yeah, that's not bad.
This is a good read. I've been enjoying The Outsiders.
Let's see here.
Who's the team now, Justin?
It's Luke Fox, her, some new girl. I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but she's new. And then like each issue, they put them in situations with other people, like not the Legionnaires, but there was like an old team. Challengers were in one issue. Jenny Sparks, who just got her little mini series.
Yeah, I saw that.
The Jenny Sparks series I heard is really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard from people that that's going to be good. So, this is interesting. This cover, this Knights number 11, a little nostalgia cover, old school Kodak. Remember those? Disposable Kodak cameras.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Nice House by the Sea. What is this? This is Kyle Hotz. Wow, that's a fucking crazy cover.
Yeah, he's always got those freaking...
Wow. Yeah. That is really good.
I'm surprised this artist hasn't popped a little bit more.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of Maria Wolf a little bit. But
Yeah.
his own style.
Yeah. Look at that.
He had some success during the Donny Cates Venom run.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He also
what was
didn't
that
he-
one? Go ahead, sorry, Brian.
I'm thinking of somebody else. Go ahead.
Planet Symbiote, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did good. He had some good covers in that.
I love the way the space dust looks and the stars look.
Oh yeah. Is that a 1 in 25, Brian?
Yeah.
I think I might have to order it.
Yeah. That's really good. Really good. All right. You've got the Supergirl Action Comics 1069. You got the Stephen Platt. That's probably the only one of those that I think looks anything decent. And that's no fucking shade on Stephen Platt because his sketch covers are fantastic. The shit he's doing at cons are just unreal.
Did they do something fun with the mugshot number where it's like first appearance issue or?
Yeah, 9271 1955. So it sounds about right. That's probably the year. September 27th, 1955 is when he first appeared, probably.
Nice.
Yeah, when he came out. If you look at the top, where was it like 100 inches? The guy's fucking over 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
8 feet tall.
Great fucking point. I always thought that Martian Manhunter was a badass that they should use.
He is a badass.
Yeah.
They just didn't use him right.
I always loved him in the Justice League shit back in the day. He was one of my favorite characters.
I gotta tell you though, when you said Plaid, I'm just like, I don't fucking see it.
Dude, I don't get these covers for Platt because you look at.
He's so good. Like those sketch, I saw the one that Phil had, like the Moon Knight sketch that he had at an auction. I mean, like, just beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, look at these sketches, dude. Like,
see what's really happening. It's a different Stephen Platt. This is what we don't know, but there's another one.
It's a PH versus V.
Oh,
Steven.
Yeah.
Man,
that explains everything.
Because he's so talented. I don't get it.
Look at that cover. That looks so good. That's what I'm going to do with my gold spawns is I'm going to take them and get sketches on them. I bought a bunch of gold spawns from San Diego last year, and I bought 2 this year, and they're not selling on the secondary market. And
I think you should send one to each one of us and let us draw it for you, and then send it back to you.
That's a good idea. That's a good
Sure
idea,
you want
dude.
me to draw stuff, man? It's not going to look very good.
Look at that sketch cover. I mean, that's excellent.
I would love to have a Blind Adam original art piece. That sounds pretty cool, actually.
Man, look at that.
Can I have permission to use Brel and the macaroni and glitter?
Hey, this is what I always tell the artists. You do what you do best. Use this character.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at this one. This is one of the best sketches. That is so fucking good. And then we get this.
That.
Maybe it's the colorist, man. I don't know. Sometimes colorists, sometimes they can mess things up. Here's that new character for Thundercats. Cool looking character. Got a design there. Dude, this is pretty crazy. This Power Fantasy #1. Did you see this third printing? Have you guys seen this?
I haven't seen the third printing.
Cool.
All right, so they're doing a foil for this. Oh no, 1 in 10.
A third printing 1 in 10? That's got to be a first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to show the actual whole image though. I'm really bummed. I thought they were going to do it like long ways. Let me see if I can find this. There's a better image of it. See, look at that.
Oh, it's a wraparound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thought they were going to do a horizontal cover?
Yeah, I thought they were going to do horizontal. And that would have been dope if they would have done that with that image, because that's a great image. And the 1 in 10, I think, doesn't have the... No, it does. Must be... It's foil. The 1 in 10's foil. Foil. Everything's foil, man. Darkstalkers.
Hey, I know that cover.
Oh, I love the red blanks.
I just bought that OA.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah? Nice.
Yeah, I actually... Hold on. It's in my portfolio.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. That's amazing, dude.
Yeah, and can't hide money.
Raphael Albuquerque.
Let me tell you, when I saw the cover, I immediately hit up the artist and I was like, I need this.
Good for you, man.
So I'm not gonna take, but it's one sign,
and then the other side.
Holy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Beautiful, dude.
Yeah, like 20 plus Street Fighter and Darkstalker characters. I was like, yeah.
Oh my. That's so sick, bro.
That's amazing, dude.
Nice.
Congrats.
But I like how it's Justin's portfolio. Like, I'd like to see what else is in his portfolio.
I know, right?
I have a lot of Star Wars High Republic OA.
That's
See,
cool.
I thought it was the only one that could just pull out OA from under their desk, you know, just like bam, like here you go. So,
I have some Elias Chadzudis OA.
That's good.
Nice.
This is really good, man. That is a great cover art to buy, that's for sure. Crow, Dead Time, all these covers are good. Look at this Hello Darkness. Okay, so remember the Frizzen I was telling you about? Look at this.
Yeah.
oh, I kind of like that.
Yeah, dude.
I could have totally made that an incentive.
I know.
It has all your favorites, you know, flour and mushrooms.
I know, it's beautiful, bro.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Damn.
So, are all the other stories, are those other Boom titles as well? Because I know they were doing like something that's killing the children within that. I wasn't sure about all the other mini stories and within the series.
In addition to even more of the darkest stories from the lightest corners of the industry's greatest minds, this issue also features The Foster by Eisner and Glad Media Award-nominated Steve Orlando and A.L. Kaplan, a gruesome story delving into the realm of body horror and loneliness. And then it also has that Something is Killing the Children stuff. So it looks like it's just Something is Killing the Children and 2 new tales each time.
Okay.
I love anthology series, man. I think that's comics history, and that's how comics started. And I always love getting multiple tales. To me, the greatest Star Wars comic ever created was Star Wars Tales, because you got those amazing. Each issue, you had like 3 great stories in them, and to be able to tell a good story in like 8 to 10 pages is 20 pages is pretty good. There we go. There's that. Dune. Moon Knight. We saw some of the Moon Knight stuff. X-Men number 5. We already saw the Phoenix variant. But let's take a look at the other ones. What do you guys think of X-Men so far?
I like regular X-Men. I think it's the best series, I should say.
Yeah, I agree.
Scott was a badass in this past issue.
Yeah,
I know
issue 3 was
that
awesome.
my favorite shit is when Scott's a badass.
That makes me happy too.
Yep.
It doesn't happen that often, but
Nope.
And Temper was really good
I like
too.
how he kind of like it's Kid Omega Scott. I know, but it's.
I have a rule of thumb to avoid anything modern X-Men because it's going to inevitably get spun off into 7 other series, and I'm just not going to care.
It is right now.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
I don't have time for
Doing
that.
that right now, dude.
Or it's gonna reset after 6 issues, something like that, 10 at best.
I hope not.
I like the Elizabeth Torek 1 in 25. I think Quint Quire's a character that's got a chance to be a cool character. We'll see. The 1 in 100.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
fucking
bam.
Yeah.
pops.
That's much
Man.
better than the trade.
Yep.
The trade
I agree.
doesn't really show the Phoenix Force that very well.
Because you get the silhouette of like the fire on the top too. It makes it.
Yeah. Yep. Amen. Fucking
Oh, I thought she was
badass.
standing on the trade for a second.
I think she is.
It does look like she's looking like on X-Men, like on the letters.
Yeah, because all of them are
You're
they all
right.
stay in the background if you look
Yeah.
at the rest of them. Like the 1
Yeah.
in 100, all the what are 1 in 100s in the cover Bs.
I would have been more convinced if it was J. Scott Campbell cover. So
I'm glad that all those San Diego exclusives are now not exclusive.
Or
Surprise!
It's very, very inclusive. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Comics
there-
for everyone.
Yeah. Anyone who'll buy.
Put on a waiting list.
Inquisitors. Number 4, the Sakara variant's actually pretty good. I like that. Let's see what we got for variants on that. Is that Art
Did
Adams or
anyone
Nick
ever watch,
Bradshaw?
just random question. Did anyone ever watch Homeland on Showtime?
Nick Bradshaw.
Oh yeah, I've seen every episode like at least
Do
twice.
you remember the guy Quinn?
Yeah,
The
he plays the
badass?
Inquisitor
Right.
in the show.
Never realized that because he's such a badass in Homeland, and then you watch Obi-Wan. I'm like, that is not the same guy.
And they made him go out like a. I mean, I don't want to say what I'm
And
thinking.
the voice and everything, like, just I still haven't, I gotten over that one.
Yeah.
Nemesis, Rogues Gallery, Barfly. That's the what's his name series?
That's the Patton Oswalt book.
Yeah, Patton Oswalt. Holy shit, this is a big FOC week. We're gonna run through this quickly. There's all the Deadpool, Violent Flowers. That Vecchio is badass. The Power Girl covers aren't that good this week. That looks like it could be good, but then when you get up closer, it's not.
It's good far away.
Yeah.
You met some girls like that, Aaron?
Good from far.
Yes.
Good.
I work out of college. What do you expect?
Let's take a look at the Harley Quinn covers. Yeah. There we go. Carla Cohen.
That looks cool.
Yeah. All right. Why is it giving me that and not let me get rid of it? So the Cohen is 616. That's an exclusive. That's a retailer exclusive. Here's the 1 in 25. That's a failure for a 1 in 25. It's a good cover, but not a good 1 in 25. Right?
Yeah.
I agree.
Thundercats, Taiga, really good Red Sonja by Perillo, the Ultraviolet. That Team Darkstalkers looks like a decent cover. That Crow cover is badass. That Crow cover is really badass. Blade Runner. If you guys see anything that I'm passing, let me know. Oh, you got to look at the Arthur Sidem every week. They're always good. Thundercats.
Oh, during San Diego, did you see that one booth that had the 1-to-1 scale for the chainsaw hand? Like toy, like that had the actual toy, and it's like supposed to be like 1-to-1 scale. You put it on your hand. I don't remember what else it did. I think it had sound effects or whatever.
Shadow Man covers. That one looks good. That one right there. That's a good cover. I'm not a fan of the new Valiant stuff, but Moon Knight, Monster High. That's a really good Godzilla. Here There Be Dragons. That's a good one right there. Wasn't that the one that we talked about the other day? Was the Here There Be Dragons book? I feel like we talked about that.
I don't remember.
Alex Ross, Thor cover is really good. And then the Violent Flowers stuff continues. Titans, number 15. Sedgwick cover, that's pretty good. There's supposed to be a good Nightwing cover this week too, right? This self-help book have you guys seen that? You seen this yet?
Mm-mm.
No.
Hold on.
Is that a Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
movie
Can't believe it's on
poster?
issue 4, and I've never even heard about it until today.
I know.
Yep, there's a Pulp Fiction cover for this. I just can't remember.
Are you talking about the Brave and the Bold cover that came out this past week for Nightwing?
I think so.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's the skull locomotive with him in front of it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it came out this past Tuesday.
There's a new dude, look at this cover right here. This cover is amazing. Remote Space #4 wraparound. Holy shit. That's a great cover. I don't even know what's going on in the book, but I like it.
Binkies, what is the Brave and the Bold issue this week?
Don't mind my birthday hat, by the way. Since this is now officially my birthday.
Happy birthday.
It is. Thank you.
Happy
It is
birthday.
Brave and the Bold 16. It's the Kelly Jones variant cover.
Oh, that's wild.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
30.
Yeah,
how,
the dead man.
how old are you?
Yeah, we
I'm
talked about
39.
this.
Oh,
I wish I was 30.
Yeah, we
Oh, we're
talked
the
about
same
this
age?
the other night. They should do this glow in the dark, like the
I'm
old
surprised
school
they didn't.
Kelly Jones ones.
Yeah, good idea.
You remember that? The old school Kelly Jones glow in the dark ones from back in the day?
Yeah, but so look at the B cover for it, because that might be the one that you're thinking of. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, wow. Wow, that is dope.
The art on Nightwing is a little bit off, but everything else about it is perfect.
Yeah. This Bermejo is pretty good too. If you like Bermejo Batman.
Nicoletta Baldari is doing a 1 in 25 for the Uncanny X-Men 244 facsimile.
Really?
Yeah, it's loud. It's pretty. It's got a lot of like bubblegum type fluorescent colors in it.
What is it? Uncanny X-Men
244 facsimile. It's Nicoletta Baldari. Facsimile.
There it is right there. Ooh.
That's pretty good.
I like that.
For a facsimile.
I like that. Yeah, hell
And
yeah.
Honestly, like I'm not really the biggest Baldari fan, but that's really good.
Great
I don't
call.
think it's bad, but that's
Here's
good.
what I don't understand. Can you still call it a facsimile for changing the cover?
Yes,
Is it-
because if you lift up that cover, it has the original cover on the inside.
Okay.
Doesn't it?
I have
pretty
no
sure it
clue.
does.
I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure that.
yeah.
I mean, I've never bought one of these 1 in 25s, but I'm pretty sure I've seen that before where they change up the cover. You open the first page, then it's like the original cover.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah. I think that's what they do. If someone in the chat's bought it before, let me know if I'm wrong. But, yeah.
Yeah, nice signature series book for Boys Cast.
There was another one that I was going to talk about. That's a cool Federici
Yeah,
for Harley Quinn.
I like it.
I love Federici's art. His Robin King was fucking unreal.
So good.
Yeah. Love this. The Jose Luis Garcia Lopez Detective Comics variant. It's really good. All right. And then here's the Nightwing covers. Somebody's probably talking about this one, maybe. Maybe this is the Nicola Scott one. It's okay. Batman 89, Biker Mice from Mars. Action Comics. I
See
like
the Biker
this.
Mice from Mars that came out this week?
I saw it.
Yeah.
Akira.
Yeah, it was really good. Any Akira homage is good.
Pretty sure I ordered it. Let me check.
And that is FOC for this week.
Did you buy the OA also for the from Clayton Crane with the Venom horse?
Upside down. Yeah, we were talking about that.
The upside down, and he painted it right side up or whatever.
Yeah, shit's pretty rough, man. That's for sure. All right, it is time to get into the tale of Jen Bartel with Drama Alert.
I got at you, McClay. I hope this makes your comic book drama, because these dudes, goofy ass dudes.
Into the news. Into the into the
But let's get down to business.
All right, we are back. We are back with some drama, ladies and gentlemen. Always gotta love the drama. And it starts off with some Jen Bartel craziness. If you guys have not heard the news or seen the post, Jen Bartel put up a post on Twitter or X this week where she reposted a Marvel Snap post that was put out for a new Marvel Snap card, I guess. Can anybody explain Marvel Snap to me? I know it's been explained to me before, but I don't remember what it is. Is it
Are you familiar with like Hearthstone?
Yes.
It is very similar to Hearthstone.
Okay. That makes sense. So
where you play other people and you level up, you get cards. They put like
it's all through the phone or your computer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's attack and defense stats and stuff like that.
Yeah. They're super cool, and I know that they use a lot of art from artists from around comics. And this new Emperor Hulkling card has Jen Bartel art on it. And she reposted the post and said, "Wish I actually got paid for these. LOL." Ouch. And then it continues. So somebody asked her, so since it's Marvel art, they just get to let them use it without you getting anything? And she says, yes, feels bad, man. And then somebody else says, how's that legal? She says, it's actually perfectly legal because we have to sign all our rights over on any licensed art we make for mega corporations who own these characters. But it's definitely not ethical to shaft artists like this. Some companies like Mondo, rest in peace, paid us for usage even if they didn't have to. And then somebody asked her, Marvel Snap don't got to pay these artists? ? They don't legally have to because we artists don't own any of the rights to any official work we've done with these companies, but it'd go a long way to extend us some goodwill considering they promote these quote-unquote rare variants explicitly using our names and creators' recognizability, and it sucks. Wow. There we go. It continues. Somebody says, that's incredibly dumb. I'm so sorry. Wish they just contact you and commission your card and art instead. And of course, that Marvel could pay up instead of giving on an insane amount of money to the single actor, but that's a whole other can of worms. Jen responds, imagine if the artists actually made the art they make millions of dollars off of, even got to see a fraction or a percentage of that money. A cover I might have been paid $800 for will go on to make them 100 times that amount, and they will never send me an additional dime. She's just fucking laying it out there. Big Remo says, shots fired. Oh, woo. Hey, every once in a while, a creator's got to get pissed. Every once in a while, somebody... You can only expect things to happen for so long till somebody just goes like, you're a pussy. You know what I mean? Like, you can only...
So here's what I will tell you. I don't know how much you guys follow Jen or listen to Jen. She pulls no punches.
No.
She does not give a fuck.
Good for her.
And it's fantastic.
She's fucking awesome.
She's my new hero.
I know.
She is very vocal when it comes to AI art as well. Hates it.
Oh,
despises it.
Yeah. So somebody says, so you're telling me every time I rush to buy a variant from quote unquote featured artist, not one fucking penny went to any of you? She says, nope, no one wants to speak up about this because artists are afraid of being blacklisted. But to be honest, these types of policies are the main reason why I stopped taking as much licensed work from these companies. Just felt too bad to keep getting exploited over and over and over again. So you haven't seen a lot of Marvel Jen Bartel stuff, have you? You haven't seen didn't she quit doing She-Hulk?
Yeah, she did.
She did. She pulled away from She-Hulk. She's also responsible for the last Captain Marvel, like costume and concept design, things like that. She'd been doing a handful of DC work for a number of series as well, but even that's kind of drying up a little bit right now.
Yeah.
The part I don't understand is how can they use her name? Like, can she tell them to stop using her name in the app?
I don't know that they are using her name in the app so much as they're using that 1 in 25 cover for Hawkling.
Okay.
I'm not involved enough to know how much information they actually give you with those Marvel Snap cards. So if anybody in the chat has that information or knows, by all means, weigh in.
Yeah. Another person
I played the game a long time ago, but I haven't played in a very long time, and I don't remember seeing artist names. Like, I just recognize the images.
Exactly.
And where is the image taken from? Like, which book?
That is Empire something.
So it's from the Empire story crossover from a few years back?
Yeah, it's specifically, I think it was like the Hulkling one-shot. It's the 1 in 25 cover for it.
Somebody asked your variants. Sorry, cannabis. Your variants are some of the best in the entire game, particularly the Ultimate She-Hulk. Marvel Snap needs to do better by artists. And then Jen responded, I wish they would. They certainly can't afford to. And then somebody said, would it be possible for freelance artists to create a union to protect all of you? This way you guys can negotiate royalties after. And Bartell says, trust me, there have been attempts, but these corporations keep us all so atomized. I don't know what that word is. And even autonomized. There we go. And even really established artists are afraid of losing income sources, so it's near impossible to get people to coordinate. Excuse me. Not to mention, many artists are international hires, even more underpaid. That's another story that's pretty crazy, is how much international artists are getting shafted. So, I mean, it just keeps going. Damn, I just got a Hulkling 2 because it's good. It's so good. Still use the Nebula art from that season pass. Also, you do such great work. Is there anything I can do to support your work? She said, no worries. I don't blame the end consumers for buying stuff they like. And I'm glad my art provides a source of joy, entertainment, etc. It's the companies and contract models that are unethical and exploitive, not the fans. So good for her for pointing that out. That's very...
And side note, she didn't answer, but I'll answer it for her in the highly unlikely event that she actually watches. She has a Substack. She has her own site. She does a lot of her own product as well. If you want to support her, buy straight from her site.
Fucking A. She says, every time someone tags me in some rare Marvel Snap variant featuring my art, they paid like apparently $100 for. I want to scream. Somebody said, the number of times I've unexpectedly run into my art in the wild, some new and unexpected context, I swear to God, this is from Claire Hummel. Supremely weird to see art I drew when I was 17 being used for official Neopets merchandise in the year of 2024. Jen Bartel says, let me tell you, the number of times I've seen my art on shirts at Hot Topic or whatever, and just had to act chill about not getting a cent from any of these sales. I'm so over it, Claire. Imagine if either of us got literally any residuals off this kind of work. And it just keeps going. I mean, she lets off. Marvel doesn't pay for reproducing your content in an entirely new digital format. And Jim Bardell says, nope. I mean, just continuing to let it be known. She says, to be clear, they do pay artists for any new art they commission, but for those of us who they can just pull from an existing catalog of cover art, yeah, zero compensation.
And not just that, they can also sell that cover art to, say, Mexican printers to make Mexican foils.
Yep. How about this one? This person says, curious how other artists like J. Scott Campbell do so well off of doing variant covers. Is there some arrangement to be a retailer partner or something? And Jen Bartel says the 1% of comic artists like Campbell can afford to be both the artist and the retailer of rare variant covers, which is much more profitable than just being the artist. So I would love to hear more about that. I feel like any artist can start their own website and do what JTC and JSC and Scotty Young and you know what I mean?
They can, but I mean, obviously there's a real challenge. I mean, Marvel. So think about it. Other than like these Marvel Snap things, if you were to walk into, say, a Target, are you going to see Jen Bartel merchandise in there? Or are you going to see Scotty Young stuff because it's the cute babies that Marvel can market and it's there and it's in your face? So there's some degree of familiarity within the product itself out of the gate. So you can then use that as a platform to move yourself forward.
Yeah. Yep. Sketch Comic says, oh, damn, this is so absurd. I understand the letter of the law side, but this is just a short-sighted way to handle it. And then Jen says, thanks, David. It's just especially sucks because I've worked with companies that centered artists and actually paid us even when I knew they didn't legally have to. And with Marvel Snap surpassing 100 million in profits, it just feels like, what are we doing here? Ben Riley, a guy named Ben Riley says, I've always wondered if you could at least stop them from using your name and likenesses to sell them, or if it'd just be a quick way to be blacklisted. And she says, no, I don't think there's much I can do on that front.
Yeah, and I mean, that obviously has to do with the contracts. You know, you sell your art, you're selling all that crap to them. It is what it is.
This person says, Stephen Horton says, has Second Dinner commissioned you directly at all? I hear their rates are triple Marvel DC cover rates. You should absolutely get in touch with them. And then she said their rates are not triple my cover rates, unfortunately. Yeah, her fucking cover rates are probably pretty hefty, I would expect. What is WOTC? Wizards of the Coast?
Yeah.
How does Wizards of the
Yeah,
Coast
more than
do with
likely.
secret layers? Your Archaeomancer is still one of my favorite alt arts, and would hate to hear you didn't get paid for it. She said, Jen Bartel says, Wizards of the Coast pays artists for all secret layers collections and have been great to work with. They made some questionable decisions over the past few years, but I've never felt shafted by them as an artist personally.
Oh, dang. Now I gotta go find that. She has a
Oh,
Wizard of the Coast.
She
Yeah.
does. It's a card set. It's no longer available. I'm looking at it right now, and it's really fucking good.
Is it,
Interesting.
is it affordable?
I have to fish to see what it is in the secondary.
This Philip J. Woodward said, what if I wanted to get a print for my wall? Are you able to sell them since it's an official piece of Arbor Martin? She says, legally, no. But an unspoken standard between companies and artists in good standing is that sometimes we are allowed to sell prints at convention in limited quantities, and they will turn a blind eye because it's not worth it to go after us financially. And that's what they should do. That's what Adam Hughes did. It's what a lot of artists have done.
But she's also right. If they were so inclined, they could totally crack down and take prints from artists. It should be insane.
Yeah. One person says, since you don't, I'm not playing Marvel Snap ever again. Boycott Marvel Snap. And Jen Bartel says, I don't think boycotts are effective, and I don't blame anyone for continuing to play. These issues are not the responsibility of the end consumer. Good for her for continuing to say stuff like that. That really means a lot for her optics, is to be like, no, if you enjoy the game, or if you enjoy the collecting cards or whatever, if you enjoy my variants, don't stop buying, because she knows it probably helps more than just the company. It helps the hobby shops. It helps, retailers. So very interesting. Jen Bartel letting the world know that she's not fucking happy at all. It's very good on her. That's why
Jen's
I love
amazing. Like I said, there are so many things. If you guys ever want an interesting artist follow, and she hasn't been overly active since Elon Musk has been a real nut job in the past little while, but follow her Twitter. She's, especially when it comes to art, AI, art rights, things like that, always has pretty interesting takes. The big thing with her is she was somebody that came up in art that essentially was told, you're not going to make it in art, you're not going to do this, you're not going to do that. So she's had to defy everybody every step along the way. So she feels that she's capable of being outspoken because of it, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's listen, social media and being able to have the ability to jump on and say anything to your fans is a big fucking deal. It's a really big deal. All right, a piece of sports card drama. Did you guys see any of the new Optic Anthony Richardson autographs?
Mm-mm.
If I pulled this in a pack, I don't know if these are coming from
He
packs.
usually just signs like a little A, little R. Like it's really small and it's awful.
And he put it
But
right
that-
there.
That looks like shit.
It's on his sock. You don't even see it. You don't even see his autograph. Like you're
that's
colorblind.
Yeah, that's it.
Like that is terrible. What are you doing? His agent needs to give an autograph.
He doesn't care. He's probably got a Fanatics contract. What the fuck does it matter at that point?
Remember when I said
Panini
Ricky
contract.
Pearsall about getting shot earlier? Florida? Here's another Florida guy right there. Same team. Same team.
Oh.
It's because they have to sign so many cards, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like that's part of the problem too. It's like I look at the Otani deal with Topps. Like, stop these exclusive deals. It's stupid.
Well, I like the idea, like actually when he's coming out of college, because he was 15 in Florida, and Anthony Richardson, and it was AR-15. I was like, there's something actually, like you could actually get a pretty big fan base outside of people who aren't sports cards fans. I was like, that's pretty cool.
They probably told him you're not going to
actually just write it, but you never see that anywhere. And then he goes to 5 for the Colts. But
I bet you the Colts.
I think he's good, but he's just I'm with you. I don't like the it's just the whole thing about guys who are we've talked about this, but different shows. When you see like Mariano Rivera, like the script is so clean, it's so easy, it looks magnificent. And then you see people like this, like I love LaMelo, his signature is just awful.
Yeah,
it's painful, especially for the guys that you actually like. And I remember when you had the interview with JTC on the industry show, like you have a separate, because he even said like he didn't want to mess up his art, so he keeps it really small. And so do you have like one that you sign and like a different signature? And a lot of these guys, especially when it's a sticker signature, they're just whatever they can do to get through the
signing a
fastest.
book full of them or whatever.
Yeah.
God, that's freaking just garbage. I'm sorry. That isn't.
I mean, it's weird when you see like the people who post something on Instagram and they'll see something like, "Hey, I saw Kenny Anderson from Georgia Tech and the Nets at Starbucks this morning in Long Island, and he's just sitting there. He's just signing stickers."
Yeah.
While sipping a latte.
This kind of pissed me off, and I don't know what. Well, I understand why they did it, but have you seen this card yet? This is a Patrick Mahomes card, and he's in Arizona. It's because of the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, but like, come on, what the hell?
Oh, I was gonna say the gold foil.
Yeah,
1-of-1.
It's a 1-of-1. Yeah.
I was like, why would that be a 1-of-1? Like the background, it's just
make whatever they can a 1-of-1, man. It's what they do.
You gotta have like 20 1-of-1s in a product now to like, so everyone gets a 1-of-1. Speaking of 1-of-1s, did you hear about this getting pulled?
Yep. They've all been pulled, right?
I don't know if they've all been pulled, but
well, this one and this one have.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I think Topps was smart on this one. Actually, turn him so that way, like that one's terrible.
You know what I love about these?
The back of the jersey, because like I don't want like I don't want
Pajama.
someone just with a jersey. Yeah, I mean that's me.
They're calling these pajama cards. That's what they're calling this. They're calling this in the new Topps Chrome.
$500 boxes, and you get how many packs? I'm like 2 autographs. Brian, you talked about it earlier. You price everybody out of the hobby.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man.
So Topps Chrome, if you guys have seen, I don't know if you guys have seen them, but they're calling them pajama cards. They look like 81 Topps football. There's no logos on them, and here's the worst part. The worst part is people that are opening them, they're nothing but old players' autographs. Like, I'm like, what is going on? I'm trying to find some.
Maybe there's ones you can read.
It's like the weirdest.
that CJ Shroud signature is pretty awful as well.
Oh yeah. Here's speaking of Otani, you were talking about. Topps did officially sign him to a long-term deal.
Yeah, just a joke.
Well, Fanatics did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's a difference, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. One of them owns the other one. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so back on the Wemby 1/1 auto, would you take the $1 million bounty?
Hell yeah, absolutely.
Yes, in a second.
Where do
right
I need
fucking
to drive to go pick it up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Totally. Speaking of bounties, you remember our old drama alert talk?
It's 500,000 now, right, for the Olympic card?
Oh my god, dude, this is so funny. So, what's his name put out a bounty, and then Jeff Wilson put out this.
Tough guy. Yeah.
Ken Golden, I've got something to say to you. You're messing with my bounty. You're messing with my card. You're messing with Cards HQ. You're messing with me. Ken, this is not over. I'm calling my beggars in the morning.
Too.
You got something coming for you. Just wait.
Wait,
I
did
love
someone
it.
go? Did someone
go back
have a
to
higher
AR,
bounty
and
than
then Ricky Pearsall getting shot? Like, Aaron Hernandez. There's another Florida guy. I mean,
someone had a higher bounty than both of them at like 500.
I was
grand.
personally hoping he was going to get hit by a bike in the bike lane.
Oh my god, dude.
I want this card, and I'm willing to pay for it. Big time.
Okay, Veruca
If
Salt.
you get this card, I will pay you 100,000.
And then Golden said, "Nope, it's mine." And then here they are, buddy and buddy. So listen, I love it because it's a little, you know what I mean? It's a little
I think
play
the whole
on
thing
it.
was fixed. Like I don't.
My auction house gets it. My auction house gets it.
Yeah, exactly.
I like how the other person came out and was like, "I'll give you $500,000." And the thing is, you don't have to sell it to us, but we'll give you $10,000 if you just come in and take a picture and you don't want to sell it.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Well, I'll let y'all know
Daddy,
what
I
end
want
up,
the golden goose.
Yeah.
well, I'll let you know what I
Yeah,
end up doing
yeah.
once I get the card. So
They all want a golden ticket.
You got like the voice in the back.
This is funny. There's so this Jeff put up his new bounty to 250. So Card HQ is at 250. And then did you guys see that what's his name from the Bucks put in on it that said he needs it now? Did you guys see
Giannis
that?
put in?
Yeah,
Oh,
Giannis.
once for like $100,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
Shout out to High Voltage Mark. He says, "Great show tonight as always. Thanks, guys." Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you. It was awesome. Yeah, this is Nate Dogg. It says here, there's no better offer out there than Grand Slam Collectibles. Grand Slam Collectibles is offering $500,000 now for this card.
Yeah.
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 And on that, that's when they said that if you do not want to sell it, you come in and they want to take a picture and they'll give you $10,000 just per picture with it.
10 you just for a picture with the card?
Yep.
Just a picture
Oh,
of the
man.
card.
Holy
Do
shit.
$10,000 with the card and then let Golden do whatever with it because you get the money from the auction too.
Jesus.
These fucking guys.
Just whore yourself out to every card influencer ever.
Hell.
It's $10,000 to take a picture with the card.
Hey, Aaron, how many of those cards do you have? Because I've got my 5 coming. So I think we pull all our numbers together and, we've got
Here's
But-
Giannis.
Sorry,
Giannis.
Giannis. $150,000.
Go ahead.
It's like what 800,000 printed or something like that for this card.
588,000, I think. Right?
Okay, is that what it was?
$7 million they made. $7 million Tops made doing this.
Printing money.
Yep. So here,
and that you can think about it, because they had the Curry card and like the separate cards, and that's the my gosh.
I ordered 10 of the cards or whatever, and like I used one of my coupons.
I used my coupon to get the 5. I was like, I'm not paying any more than that.
Yeah, I was like, I'll buy 10 and use the $40 off coupon. And I was kind of like, let's see what happens.
Where'd you get that
tell
coupon?
Me I got a chance.
A 0.01% chance, right?
So this is Giannis responded, 150,000. I need that. So he said he'll buy it.
Sorry, Giannis. $150,000 for this triple auto card isn't going to get it done. My bounty offer is still the best one out there by far. Now, look, I know one person has offered more cash, but they've now added stipulations to their offer. Like you must grade it with Beckett, and it must get a certain grade. Look, if you get this card, please don't grade it. Just keep it encased. My offer is best because it gives you the upside. Some people say this is $1 million card. Maybe it is. And if it is, I'm going to help you get that. My offer is that I will help you submit your card to a Fanatics Collect and Sotheby's Holy Grail auction. And then I'll put in an irrevocable opening bid of $250,000 for the card. Now, hopefully it will sell for a lot more. And if it does, you get the extra money. But if nobody else bids, you at least are guaranteed to get my $250K. So this is a win-win. I'm going to be watching my
DMs. And if y'all haven't bought this Ford
that-
Toyota over here, let me show you why this thing is fully loaded. It's got tires. It's got windshield wipers. It's got mirrors on both sides. I'm telling you, you can't find automobiles like this anymore.
Yeah.
The whole fucking thing.
And you get to open your very own box with him at Sports Cards HQ, and spend like 3 or 4 hours with him at a whatever game of your choosing.
I don't know why you just wouldn't give it to Giannis for 150 at that point. Like, here, this is better off in the long run.
Yeah.
Well, you can get something out of Giannis, and then especially, hey, let my son come and hang out with you. And
exactly.
Play like, hey, give me an autographed jersey. And like next time you guys make the finals, you have to get me tickets. There's
yep.
Especially the Haslam.
And it's a thing of like no money at all to him, but tangible value.
He could get money from the Haslams anyway. Like there's so much shit that like the whole thing is just got it. Yeah, I can't wait till we win it.
I know, right? Were we the only ones that bought any? Did you buy any, Brian? I don't know if Joe bought any. Did you buy any of the base card on Tops Now?
I'm never buying another Tops Now product because I put in for 10 of the Jackson Holiday, and they sent me because I thought I was buying 10 of 2 products, and they sent me 10 of 2 of each card of the Tops Nows. So I only got 2 Jacksons, and then I got each one of I was like, what the fuck? I don't want these players.
Because do you know what they're doing now? They're because if you end up hitting a number card, it's not even encased with like all your other ones. It's separated out now on the side. Yeah,
so it's like changed the whole product.
Yeah, so like instead of it being a surprise that you got a numbered card, like it's just like off to the side now. So I feel
that's
like
why I want a heavy package.
Yeah,
it's not.
They lost my package for the Rookie of the Year Wemby cards, and then I hit them up, and they're like,
when you were like,
yeah,
you had the big order, and Joe had a big order.
So I ordered 10 because I usually hit like a number card at least. And like every Tops Now product I've bought this year, I've hit a number card. So I was like, okay, I was like, it doesn't hurt to enter into the Wemby, especially with all the different variations and all that. And it got lost in the postal service. Like it kept on going back from their distribution center to the post office, then back to them, and then just kind of lost in the postal system. And they're like, well, we don't know what to do. Like, do you want a refund? do you want 10 more cards, or do you want 10 cards? I was like, sure, I'll take the 10 cards. And then it ended up being all base cards, and I was like, kind of like, well, I don't know what to do with these now, besides just like have them piled up and I guess give them away.
Remember when I told you about the Wimbies I bought when he got drafted first? I think I
Yeah.
bought 80. I didn't get any, and I'd sold them all, but I was like, man, it was a pain. It wasn't a pain selling them, it was a pain shipping them all.
Yeah.
Some were 2, some were 5, some were 10, some were 2, 1. It was like, holy mackerel.
So
that's what I ended up doing with the Danielle Fishel card.
Yeah.
So in more comic book drama news, did you guys see the Sticky Goose and Swaggle House interview?
No, I didn't see that. I saw your interview with Swag.
Was it good? Did he put it out? What do you think? Was
yeah,
it
he put
good?
it out early. I liked it.
It was good. It was good. I like talking with
Yeah.
Swag. Swag's a fun person to talk to. Well, so one of the first people that Sticky Goose kind of quote unquote took shots at was Swaggle House back in the day when he did his Snickle Fritz video. You remember that, where he
oh yeah
he had the whiteboard and stuff. And I always thought Swag was so cool about it because like we'd see him at cons or we'd bullshit with him and we'd be like, dude, what do you think about the Sticky Goose stuff? And he'd always be like, it's not that big of a deal, and he might say like behind the scenes, like, it's kind of funny, like he hasn't reached out to me or anything, but he never talked about it like on shows and I told him, I go, dude, I like him and Comic Tom, I look at when it comes to this comic book drama stuff as like Jedis, right? They're like, their force power, they're so in tune with the force that they don't have to, they just let the drama just like bounce right off of them. Yeah. And that's fucking hard to do, man.
But you always talked about it, like, it's not like you're kind of poking at fun at sometimes at people. It's just like, hey, you gotta be able to take the humor in it.
I think I kind of talked about that with Swag when I talked about him the other week, and where I said like, this right here, what Sticky is doing, and he explained it in this video where he said, he goes, I first started doing he's like, I've been doing this 4 years, and, I first started doing it, and I thought this was my content, and I found out, like, this isn't the content I like doing. Like, this is the content I like doing. I like, showing people how I've fucked up and how I've failed in a lot of this stuff, but I've changed. And you can see this total, like, turn from a heel to a baby face in the last month. You know what I mean? Like, he's totally baby facing it, but he's still got the Sticky Goose like shit talking. You know what I mean? Which I love. And he kind of they kind of talk about it in this, where like, that's the internet. This is the internet. This is internet culture. Killer Keemstar, fucking Halo waiting rooms. Like, that to me is the internet. That to me is YouTube. And there's always such a big part of that in internet culture. And I love how Sticky Goose kind of plays with that. And they did a really good interview together. It was really good to see this happen. And if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Swag's always, anything he does is really good in the comic content sphere. And he's just, he's one of the better content creators out there. But I thought this was really good. It was a good interview. And shout out to them. Jeff, have you been following this whole Sticky Goose saga so far?
I have, actually, from the tertiary. It's nice not being in the deep, but kind of on the edge. And I agree. It's been interesting to see Sticky Goose. It was one of the biggest things, I guess, like 3 weeks ago, and it kind of got brought up when the whole LeBron James of collecting and his failing empire got brought up.
Yeah.
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 Sorry, motherfucker. I don't forget the words that come out of your mouth, Jem, man.
Well,
I don't forget. I'm like a fucking elephant over here.
Jem and Sticky Goose are like buddies now, though.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's funny because you saw Jem like, oh, his background looked like my background, and now you can see it's just like a collection of like rando books. I see some Scotty Young up there, everything else.
Yeah.
It's been interesting. Sticky's always put out interesting content, but I agree. I felt like he was trying to toe the comic influencer line for a while, but like for the past month, again, to your point, he's gone full babyface, and it seems like he gives no fucks.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, but he's also like kind of changed his taste, like because like when he first got into comics, right? He inherited the collection from whoever, right?
So
And then
here's what I wonder: has he changed his taste, or is he perhaps just not worried about being looked at by everybody and having to be accepted?
Boom. There you go. That's it.
Oh,
I think
figured
that's it.
Well, because he was saying that he had got back into comics because of inheriting all those, right?
Yeah, which I mean, I believe.
Right, I believe all that too. So I feel like as you get back into comics, then you find like what your tastes are, right? So I feel like he's found his taste, right?
I can agree with that, but I also feel like at the same time he's reached the point now where he has enough of a following. He can point blank say like, I'm not here to influence you or do whatever. I don't give a fuck. This is what I like, so be it. Fuck you.
Yeah.
It's almost like this is suddenly therapy for me speaking out right now. Jeez.
Okay, go on.
I can't. This is recorded. Someone let me find it. We'll save that for the backstage.
Yeah. This is
Adam's like, go on my couch. Adam's like, I got the couch.
But no, I do feel like he's kind of reached the point now where he has enough of a following.
Wrong kind of couch, sir.
Yeah, it's not a casting couch. Not what I'm looking for here. Nope.
Casting couch. Hell yeah. Test it.
But I feel like he's just reached the point now where he's just like, I don't care. And at the same time, I mean, truthfully, let's all be real. We've seen the bubble's kind of popped a little bit. So now we're in a space where we all can actually be a little bit more honest. It's great.
Yep.
People can tell you something stinks.
Yep. And also, I think that when it comes to making content, you do the stuff you have fun doing. And he wasn't having fun doing the content he was doing, and this is what he has fun doing now, and he talks about it. So
yeah, there's a couple content creators I follow when it comes to like Dragon Ball Z stuff and just video games in general, and that's one of the big things they tell, because they have a lot of younger people come to them and ask them like, how do you get into this? What do you do? And they're like, pick whatever you actually like, and who cares what it is or where it is, figure out a way to make it work, because it's the only way your content is going to be authentic and it's going to relay through.
Yeah, I agree. There was something I was just going to hit on that you were talking about, and cannabis made it go poof. And I can't remember. You talked about Epic. Epic kind of like came out. He jumped on a show and he was in the chat when we were talking about Terrific Con and Fanatics Fest, and how he was supposed to go there and drop off his books to Sub-Zero, and he said he even came on here and said, "Yeah, I'll come on Monday," and I never heard from him. Has there been any new news?
By proxy, yes, indeed, there has.
For a minute.
I know. Look, I'm not even involved, and somehow I'm the messenger and the beacon of the message at this point. It's strange how this works. So I got a text from Drew One at Comics. Shout out Drew.
Yeah.
Everybody, make sure you're following Drew. If you aren't, you're fucking out of your mind. Drew's amazing. We got a text, Justin and myself. He was like, hey, go check out Ultra Collectibles and whatnot right now. You may see something that looks vaguely familiar. It's Epic's background, a whole bunch of Epic's books, and everything else.
What's the name of the group?
Ultra_Collectibles. So he himself is not back, and he swears up and down that Epic is not back. And this guy is doing it on his own. However, he is using Epic's streaming studio. I'm throwing quotes on that one. Streaming studio to sell products and sell things. And it was a whole bunch of like those bullshit, bootlegged, printed in somebody's back warehouse covers. And I'm like, why? Just why is this a thing? It's almost like it was a birthday gift to me that this asshole somehow finds a way to resurrect himself. So he's out there. I don't know how much I should say, how much I can say. And you'll notice. So first off, let's look at the slogan here. We bring you the hottest books and collectibles. I believe that was actually Epic's slogan to a T verbatim.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, look at his giveaway show. Oop, I've lost my birthday hat. You can tell I've been drinking whiskey. If you look at the shop itself, you can see that he has a giveaway show for bangers, hot fire bangers. So it's the same thing. So we were watching when Drew told us about this. I guess this was maybe like Tuesday, Wednesday. It was early on in this week when this was going on, and you could actually hear Epic in the background yelling at the guy what to say and what to do.
Oh wow!
It's just like, oh my god, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
Wow.
How's he yelling at him? Like through headphones or something? Or
No, you could actually hear him in the background with his loud dumb mouth.
Well, if it was like Brian's interview, how would you understand what he's saying?
Well, that's how you can tell it's Epic.
Yeah.
He's one of the few people who make me wish I was deaf and not blind, but that's another story.
Well, I want to know if Sub-Zero is still getting his books, because Epic did say
he is still not whole. Still not. Wow. Still not whole. The last of that bit is still the Albanian security guards from the alleged Albanian strip club that he owns. I can't believe the words that are coming out of my mouth and formulating that sentence.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
I'm still trying to figure out which strip club. I've been to every strip club in New York. I'm still trying to figure out which one that is.
I'll see if I can find out.
It's probably an underground one that doesn't actually exist.
It sounds
That
like
doesn't
it's probably in Queens, if I were to guess, judging by that description.
Alright, so it's in the shithole section of New York. Okay.
So, and again, I don't know how much I can say because words were exchanged between Justin and this person. I don't want to throw people's words out there that don't necessarily want to be out there, especially because I know chirping birds' ears are listening. Hi, Epic. I know you listen, and I know you stalk Justin's webpage because you posted a post about him. It's really cute and adorable. I swear. But words were exchanged between Justin and this person in regards to the situation, and they noted that they were, quote, Epic's employee.
Oh, wow.
So we will see long-term what comes of the whole situation again, but it seems like even though per Danielle, and I don't know the ins and the outs in the day-to-day like I used to, but per Danielle, Epic is bye-bye forever. I don't know how true that actually is, if it's 60 days or forever.
That's what I heard too. I heard that he was gone forever, which if he's doing this, it means that he's ban evading, which is not a good thing on any platform. And I also heard that he's been banned from eBay Live as a platform also. So
yes, thankfully, which is nice. So the other thing I will, however, tell you, because I doubt this person would be as upset if I put some of this info out there. One of his former supporters, I won't name them by name, but if they're watching, they'll know who it is. They'll know I'm talking about them, not in a bad light. But they were directly being bullied by Epic over this whole situation because they pointed out the whole mail fraud situation to Epic. And there are exchanges back and forth via text message between this person and Epic. And it is Epic point blank bullying them over the whole situation. So where there's smoke, there's fire. That's all I'll say to that.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. So the books that he's getting banged on that secondary account, and I'm trying to like halfway backtrack it, but also frankly, I don't have the emotional capacity or care to really backtrack it that much. I saw those books get sold on Epic's channel before, point blank verbatim, when this whole situation kind of in the first place.
I remember that. Yeah. So he's not going to get those back.
No. So it's interesting to see how all this is shaking out in these mail fraud claims. Because like I said, those books, point blank verbatim, I saw them get sold. I don't know that they're ever shipped, but I saw them get sold months ago.
Yeah. Yep.
Strange how you can double sell things. Must be nice to have a financial windfall and backer on things. Wish I could have one of those.
I'll be honest. I would expect it's getting to the point with him where comics is just becoming too much of a hassle, and he'll figure something else out. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, grifters are going to grift. Per like P.T. Barnum said, there's a sucker born every minute. He's just trying to find the next sucker.
Yep. Well, a lot of people say that people that grade at CGC are suckers, and a lot of people say that about
I say people that grade
CBCS.
comics in general are all
Yeah.
suckers, but I understand the money involved.
Did you guys see CBCS's post? No monkey
I can't
business
wait.
here.
I can't wait to get that sealed banana off.
I did see that. I was like, pretty, like Larry David, pretty good.
Yeah, this was amazing. This is how you social media CGC. This is how you
Who
do
would
it.
love this?
Yeah. All
Who
right,
would
here we
love
go.
Dennis would love this.
Yes.
No, there ain't no bend in this banana.
That is fucking great.
It really is. It's spot on.
So here's my problem. They are 6 months behind the curve on this whole situation.
What do you mean by that?
Had they put this out 6 months ago when the first CGC boom happened about all the fraud and all the other scams,
yeah. If they had done something like this, when the first happened,
it would have hit harder.
Yes, you're right.
They had their opportunity and they shit the bed. Now they're playing catch up on it.
I feel like I've seen this guy before, man. I don't know what it is about him, but I feel like I've seen him before. Maybe you know what he looks like? He looks like that dude from Gold Rush that helped Parker all those years. He looks like that dude. That's what for anybody that watches Gold Rush. Anyways.
A little bit. Derek, to go back to the Epic thing to answer your question. So he sold books on a secondary account, which also, by the way, is against TOS, but that's a whole other TOS story. He never shipped those books. Same problem on his primary account. He sold books, never shipped them, and then created a shipping label. You're seeing the quotes on that one. So never actually shipped them or shipped something that wasn't in that box that was supposed to be in that box, thereby committing what is technically mail fraud. And that is legitimately something you then can file with the USPS, and the Postmaster General will inspect that and see what's going on, and they do not fuck around when it comes to that.
Joe says that it says here, it doesn't really matter if you're not Dennis, you don't really care for CBCS and likely never will. They will always play second fiddle. At what point, though, does CGC continue to fuck up where they are not, where CBCS jumps them or PSA jumps them?
I would say, I don't think CBCS is ever going to be able to jump them, unfortunately. PSA, on the other hand, I think has that opportunity because they carry the pedigree with cards. People will hold that same name with everything else. I also think that this is where CBCS being CBCS, even though they're a Beckett brand, it hurts them not identifying as a Beckett brand.
That's why I was saying for a long time that they should just abandon the CBCS name, like once they merge and just go with Beckett.
Yep.
You know,
Wait a
like
minute,
why not?
You know, the one thing too is it may not be about jumping over them as opposed to taking market share. Just like the cards, if you have PSA kind of coming in and CGC, say it's 820 right now, and PSA kind of comes in, if they can take some of that, then maybe CBS, what's going on, they can kind of come in and take some more, and it kind of levels the field a little bit more where it's not 820, maybe it's 60, 20, 20 or something along those lines. Maybe it's a little different.
Well, check it out. Job kind of said, as long as you're not Dennis Barger. Well, Dennis Barger took a shot at him in this post. He said, as any grading company should, hey, remember when you had free grader's note and photo of the slab books years before any other grading company? Good times. So they don't offer those anymore? They don't offer free grading notes and all that stuff?
Grading notes are still out there. I don't think imaging is included. I think imaging is like $5 a book.
Oh, wow. That's ridiculous.
Oh, that's kind of funny because CGC started offering that.
Yeah.
Images.
Yeah. Well, the trade-off with CGC obviously is God only knows if you're going to get grader's notes.
Oh, that's always a crapshoot. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The one thing I would say is, I think it also kind of depends on CGC has so much going on with like different artists and writers. If there are issues that come back with like remarks or like the books that you send in to get autographed or remarked, and they start coming in and they're bent or something along those lines, I think that's where I would really start turning away from CGC.
Yeah. Yep. If they can't figure out this bending thing, you're right. They're not going to. They're fucked.
I don't. If you're going to mess up something that I send in for like a private signature, the signature, and it comes back and the slab is bent, or especially if there's a remark, I don't want anything to do with you after that.
Yep.
Well,
but I mean,
what turned me away from CGC also was like if you sent in a thicker book, like the Prestige format, you can feel the book shaking in there. Like
I hate that. Yeah.
So here is my thing, and it's something that we saw. Again, it might have been this week, might have been last week. I kind of live in a time bubble sometimes. Subway, and I know people are like, "What the fuck are you talking about $5 footlongs for?"
Jared.
Yes, it was Jared. It was Jared all along. God damn you, Jared, touching those little boys. No. So Subway now has committed to offering a value line of subs. What happened? Private equity bought Subway and raised prices on a standard sub up to about 12, 14, 15 bucks for a cheesesteak. And it's just not sustainable or obtainable when the product's really not that good. Blackstone by CGC. Production goes up, quality goes to shit. Same thing is going to happen. You're going to see a turnaround where prices are going to change or quality is going to change because the premium's not going to hold. They're going to realize they can't charge what they're charging for that product and keep putting the shit out there. And someone's going to say, hey, we should just offer it for less.
But that's the whole idea about private equity, because they have a multiplier in their head and they have a short term and they're going to flip it after a certain.
Yep. And that is the exact problem with private equity, especially when it comes to things like this. Bottom line is private equity doesn't have public interest in mind. They got profit in mind.
Yeah, which is how the world
works.
It's
all numbers for them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's life. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
The CGC post, forum post, is now at 64 pages. So, yeah.
Dang, it was only like 50 something.
Yeah,
like Wednesday, wasn't it?
Yeah. So this is 12 hours ago. Color breaking spine tick on a book, it looks like.
Yep, that is plainly there.
Yeah. I don't know what this is.
A great cover.
But they have said that one color breaking spine tick still can be a 9.8. So.
But here's this one guy put this up here. I would love to send it back, but I purchased this several months ago. I don't recall the book being curved then or the color breaking spine tick. I put the book away and haven't looked it over till this morning, and maybe the well curved over time. And he's saying that it's happened since he's had it. And then the guy went and took speaking of pictures, went and found the picture of that book, and it's not on there. So.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a production issue in and of itself then.
Yeah.
But to that point, you wouldn't be able to pull up those photos unless you paid a premium for it in the first place. I've said it before and I'll say it again. We're spending money out there to grade whatever, and what faith do we have in any of these things besides being an Olympic gymnastics judge? They're just throwing an arbitrary number. There's no standard.
Oh, yeah. Or it's subjective, right?
Yeah. And sure, that's fine if that's the answer, but that means there is no standard. Therefore, those grades don't mean shit.
Yeah.
This guy here says, my conclusions and opinions. 1, CGC is damaging these books during encapsulation, period. Many would not grade 9.8 with these types of breaks that we are seeing. Therefore, it is happening after grading. Perhaps the plastic of the inner well is unevenly heated during encapsulation / ultrasonic welding and is flat at that point, but it is then removed from the jig too soon and allowed to cool at room temp. At that point, due to the lack of uniform heating cooling, it warps itself into that bowl banana type shape all the smart guys keep talking about. And 3, CGC does not really care about this issue. They'll just redefine the grading scale around the acceptable level of damage that we pay them to do to our books. Case closed. Ooh, ouch. That last one.
But do you know what this reminds me of, though? when they updated the cases and didn't have the inner well, and
Yep.
it was like doing damages to the books and stuff like that. I mean, CGC kind of survived from that afterwards, so but now you have a little bit of a difference here too, right? You're about to have introduced PSA into the playing field. You know, CBCS is making fun of it or whatever. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Like I said, to me, PSA coming into the market's going to put a clamp on what is going on. It's too big of a name not to. The honest reality is CBCS just isn't a big enough name to cause that clamp down. They're going to keep doing what they're going to do, and they're going to keep having 57 exclusive artists with deadlines and $100, $300, $400, $500 price tags associated to them because they can, and people keep doing it. And until people stop doing it, it's going to keep happening.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. So I got another thing. This is from this is interesting. This is from Sizzle Pop. Sorry, I think no, that's not his name. Anyways, it says here, I'm getting the runaround from Beach Bum Comics. I will put together all of my information and links and send them for you a review that you can do on a spotlight on them. I know CGC is deleting any forum posts on the topic. And I'm part of a comic forum that we are currently discussing, and another member reached out to me with some info as well. Might be looking at another Frankie's Comic situation. So Beach Bum Comics. Yeah, that's not good.
I doubt it's a Frankie's situation because it seems to me that Beach Bum Comics is like primary graded books, whereas Frankie's was just like exclusives they weren't shipping because they weren't paying the bill.
Yeah.
Is Beach Bum one of those websites where they pre-sell like CGC 98s of a book or whatever, and then they probably didn't have enough to get 98s or whatever.
Yep.
And so they can't fulfill orders now and blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's what they all do. They're all CGC.
Yeah. In fact, if you Google Beach Bum Comics, their icon is a 9.8.
Yep, you're right. Well, if there's other people out there that have had issues with Beach Bum, let us know. I've started getting a couple things of calling them out. Again, we don't know from there. It could be something going on, that everything's, gray in this world. And I don't want to throw them under the fire yet, but if there's more people that have had any issues, and we'll see how this plays out. But yeah, I've had a couple people contact me about them so far.
Hey, let me know. Enough people hate me. I'll add a few more to the list. That's my answer to that one.
Well, it's very interesting that that's the type of problem we see with a lot of those types of places that, do those pre-orders type things, So it looks like they have a Reddit thing, and there's a Reddit post about them too, so I'll have to deep dive into that as well. We'll see if that turns out to be anything. I think that's basically it for drama this week. Let me just double check. Yeah, I think that's.
Ken on base wants to know what the time is for the drama clock for the Doomsday Clock tonight.
I think it's about 11:58 and 30 seconds. 11:58 and 30 seconds.
Okay.
Is that how you doing a Watchmen? Is it like 40 past 11? Yeah. How does Rorschach do it?
Right. The Doomsday Clock is that's what is that? That's what they call that. The atomic bomb clock, right? Is the Doomsday Clock.
Doomsday Clock.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, man. We're getting close to that point, and it's just the way it is sometimes. Sometimes the Doomsday Clock wins, and we're always. I don't know if you can turn back time, right? Can you turn back time?
You can. The Doomsday Clock has gone backwards in the past. I mean, it certainly can in comics as well, but it's going to take people being vocal about shitbags and actually speaking up and being willing to speak up.
Well, sometimes it is what it is, and sometimes
Everybody say pussy and keep going. Hey, I just got home from getting some pussy. Got your man hoe
underwater me, I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend, pal!
And we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, Blind Adam has done something pretty crazy and unreal. For those of you guys that know, Blind Adam has he's been a lifelong fan of the porn industry, and it is something that's a big deal in his life, as we say, and it's pretty amazing what is going on in Blind Adam's life right now, because we can all make that dream come true, ladies and gentlemen. Adam, tell us about your GoFundMe.
Basically, I started the GoFundMe to fund something I'm entitled My Best Friend's Birthday. It is a 10-minute short film, and I'm calling it a short film for GoFundMe standards, because I didn't want to violate their terms of service. But it is basically a porno, which I came up when I was on a guest on this very show, actually. Except that I modified getting a lap dance in a Daisy Duck costume to someone on my birthday, because I never had a birthday party in my life. What would the perfect birthday party be? It's like someone just anonymously sent me on the night of one of the big Comic Cons. A hot girl, blonde hair, blue eyes, big tits, nice thighs. Yes, sorry I'm stealing lyrics from an Ice-T song, but that's just how I roll. And she's dressed in a Harley Quinn costume, and she comes to my hotel room in a Harley Quinn costume and a big birthday cake. And she wants to know how a blind person has sex. And it's just better if I show you. And I said something which I forget what part of it in the script is. She puts the ice cream cake on her titties and forces me to eat it off her titties.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. So the GoFundMe says, "Hello, my name is Adam Wonders. I'm a blind podcaster and filmmaker with a passion for storytelling. I am excited to share that I'm working on my very first movie, and I'm reaching out for the support to make it a reality. The script for, quote, My Best Friend's Birthday, unquote, is complete, and I've secured the perfect location to start filming. Now I need your help to take the next big step, hiring an actress and a talented crew to bring this project to life. I'll be sharing updates and behind-the-scenes contests on my podcast, Awesome Sauce Radio. You can tune in there to get all the details and stay connected with the project. I'm also planning a special event, a cosplay pizza party. Once filming wraps up, if you're curious about the cosplay pizza party or want to learn more, be sure to check out Awesome Sauce Radio on YouTube. I'm incredibly excited about this project and can't wait to share the finished film with all of you. Thank you so much for your support." Ladies and gentlemen.
Anyone who wants to see the finished script, just hit me up on IG or X, and I'll gladly show it to you guys. And I already got the Harley Quinn costume. I'm a fat guy. Fat lives matter. So because no one wants to be fat and proud anymore, and that pisses me off too. No one's eating right, going to the gym, working out. No one wants to be fat anymore, and it angers me. So so getting an ice cream cake won't be a problem. I'm gonna get a Carvel cookie put.
You're amazing, Adam. You're fucking amazing, dude. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Go support.
My whole thing in doing this is just I have a few things I want to do. I still have, and this is one of them.
There we go. So, if you guys would like to help Adam, the link is in the live chat. I'll put it in the description. And maybe we'll get AOA to start sharing that around the community. Who knows? Hey, Richie, throw me a link to whatever, and let me see here. If there's a link to the play, Brad should have a wrench, right? Doesn't he have a wrench? If he doesn't have a wrench,
Brad Selden? Yeah.
yeah.
What's up, bro?
If he doesn't have a wrench, now
Brad's
he does.
Gotta have one.
Yeah. Well, he has one now. I don't know why he doesn't. Maybe he's never had one, but I remember giving him one.
So if I get to a certain plateau, I'm gonna have an image drawn that's gonna make anything that Melinda's did in the last 3 years look like mediocre.
Look like what?
I don't know. I'm just gonna do something that if I can get a good artist at one point, I'm also gonna do a drawing of my actress as Harley Quinn.
Oh,
It's
nice.
gonna look better than anything Melinda's ever put out.
There we go. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Oh, and Richie put it in the private chat.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Well, speaking of Adam's lifelong dream, I want to, before we play the history that was made tonight, I want to show the biggest hit ever by the guy from Storage Wars that is now a card breaker. Did you guys see his biggest hit ever?
Nope.
Oh, I'm going to show it to you guys.
Is it Renee?
Yeah, it's Renee. Here
Yeah,
we
it was
go.
on Whatnot then, wasn't it?
Here we go.
Sketch, I think. That's the sketch!
Oh, it's the sketch!
We got a sketch! Mickey and Minnie. What the hell are they doing?
I think you know what they're doing, or you should know. If you don't,
Can't help you with that one.
Class, yeah.
Let's replay that.
We got a sketch! Mickey and Minnie. What the hell are they doing? Mickey and Minnie, it's a sketch. I mean, is it just me? What the hell? I mean,
The chat is fantastic on this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think we might have just pulled a $7,000 sketch. And, I mean, oh my god, you can't make this shit up. I've never pulled a sketch like this. Honestly, guys, I think this is gonna be my most special catch in history. No, this sketch is $2,000. I don't care what you.
Oh my god, dude, that's fucking great. I love this guy, man. I watch his YouTube all the time. He's fucking hilarious. All right, here we go. So this happened just recently. This happened in is this it? Diamondbacks, Dodgers. Which am I just going to the highlights? What am I looking at here, Richie?
Just go to the highlights. There was 3 back-to-back like runs. And
Yeah,
then
beginning of
Corbin
night.
Carroll hit it into Parker.
All right, here we go. Let's go here. Let's go game highlights.
Thanks to this waterfront hotel on Booking.com, even Yankees fans.
Hold on here. Hold on. We're gonna change that because I don't like dealing with that shit. All right,
You don't like hear about Booking.com?
Yeah, no.
Great deals.
All right, here we go. Game highlights.
Clayton Kershaw was placed on the IL with a big toe inflammation. They're hopeful that it's only going to be the 15-day stint.
D-backs and Dodgers game 2 of 4. Dodgers outlast the Diamondbacks yesterday, and it's the difference in a 5-game lead versus a 3-game lead in the division. They get the 5-game lead, largest they've had in weeks.
Merrill Kelly on the mound has struggled in his career against the Dodgers. 17 starts.
All right, so I guess I'll just wait until it gets to the place where
It's in the first inning.
it's in the first inning.
Yeah, it didn't take long.
Yeah.
Hey, I watch baseball. Birthday boy's allowed to spoil
50-50.
things.
He's also pursuing the Dodgers-Eagles single-season home run record. On the 8th pitch, sends a towering fly ball to straightaway center field. Did he get enough? He sure did! It scraped the sky when it came down. It was
He's so good.
marvelous. A nightly treat. Nightly history. The greatness of Shohei Ohtani. Here's
He's not even. He's not even
makes it so much
pitching.
worse.
That's the craziest part is that he's not even pitching, and
Right.
he's still making history. You know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't think that he would be, second in the league in steals either. You know,
I would actually tell you, like, I feel like the reason he is because he's not pitching, because he just
that he can focus all his energy and strength into
he got to
hitting.
be in the pitching meetings. He's literally just hitting and just running, and because he doesn't have to field, and that's it.
Yeah,
he hits and runs. I'm like, he hits and runs. That's it. I think that, I mean, like, I know this will never happen, but if say the Mets made a big push, I think that is actually where, like, someone like Lindor could, because of Betts being hurt, could actually push for like the MVP, because when you play Gold Glove shortstop and somebody who doesn't play, now if you hit 50-50, I don't think it matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
all right, here we go.
13 homers.
Betts.
He hits a drive to left and deep. This ball's back. It is back-to-back 2-0. Mookie Betts with a bomb. And the Dodgers come out of the chute swinging the bats. Back-to-back home runs to start the ball game.
Two superstars back-to-back and another one in the box.
Freeman. Ooh, back-to-back.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman's a badass too.
Yeah, you know, Acuna. He hated him.
Really?
As soon as he left, he said how terrible Fred Freeman was. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's probably not true.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, the Corbin Carroll hits kind of insane.
Gavin Lux. I heard Gavin Lux is playing very well second base lately too. He was terrible at shortstop, but he's been playing really well at second base.
Baseman Gavin Lux.
Nice.
And that is line to third, caught by Suarez. They'll throw to first with a double play as Smith broke for second in the inning. Is over.
And he fucking lines out.
But for Merrill Kelly and the Diamondbacks, it's hold on for dear life. Gavin Stone, 7 innings in back-to-back starts, and over his last 3 starts, 2 runs in 19 innings. Well, they say solo homers don't beat you.
I love those uniforms.
I do like those jerseys.
Those are those are up there with my favorite
cool,
jerseys.
Man.
Yeah, I love them. Yep, it's great. Really, really
Is
good.
it the city jersey or something like that?
Yeah.
Until you connect. There aren't many good ones, but I think that's one of the best ones.
Yeah, I agree.
They solo homers don't beat you.
The Houston ones are nice.
Corbin's remarkable late summer
Yeah,
surge
Space City.
Oh yeah, they had this last year.
Look at man, Carroll can look at him go. Look at him go.
Wow.
It's not even close.
Sprint speed 29.5 feet a second. Home to home.
He's the
14
only person faster to third from home from Ellie is second. Only the fastest person is Carroll.
Wow, he's faster than Ellie.
It was the 7th fastest home run since 2015.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Fun fact, Byron Buxton owns 1 and 2 on that list.
Oh my
Byron
lord.
Buxton is fast as shit, but he's healthy.
Yeah, so that was 14.32. Byron Buxton's 13.8.
14 seconds.
It's fucking insane.
But you know, here's the thing: is like, there's also something about, hey, get your ass out of the box and get going.
Yep.
Jock Peters, he's such a fucking worthless piece of shit.
McCarthy's fast too.
Alex Thomas is fast.
Yeah. Here's Lawler. Is that Lawler? No, that was
Lawler's still hurt, isn't he?
yeah.
Was that Gunner?
Gurriel Jr.
Oh.
Yeah, Gurriel's been hitting a little bit better. Yeah, Carroll's finally been playing a bit better. It seems like he's not pressing quite as much.
So
his shoulder, I think that shoulder's got cleaned up.
Speaking of baseball, I want to talk about this. I was telling Richie, I got an offer on my Julio Rodriguez.
Your auto?
No, not my auto. I haven't graded that yet. I graded. Hold on here. So remember, I pulled that Bowman Chrome Julio variation numbered to 75, the yellow. Do you remember that?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Let me show you.
It might be familiar.
Sounds right.
Here we go.
Sure.
This one right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I do remember that.
Jesus.
So I got an offer on it. So a guy hit me up and he's like, "Hey, you know, the last one of these, it sold for $600. It was a while ago, but you know, what are you thinking on this?" So
I'd hold off.
So I looked it up and I told the guy, I go, well, there was a number to 99 that sold for $850, and I'm closer to 1,000 on this, you know. And he goes, well, what about if you meet in the middle at 900? And I go, well, if we can work a bundle deal and you can pick up some other stuff, I'll meet you in the middle at 900 on this. You know what I mean? And I told him, I go, I'm willing to sit on a card of a stud like this because all young studs have that 1 year that they just don't play well early in their career.
He's had a tough year. I'd about to say I have no rush to get rid of that card.
Yeah. Well, look at Bobby Witt from last year versus this year.
Yep.
Well, he was 30-30 last year. I mean, and he could be he's only. I mean, Bobby Witt's been the real deal almost the entire time.
Yeah.
Because he's only been in the league 3 years.
Yeah.
Second year he's 30-30, and this year he's talking about MVP. In Kansas City, it's a hard fucking time. It's a hard park to hit in. Julio, he was almost like fucking MVP in his first or second year. I mean, he's had a tough time, but I would not rush on that kind of card to get anybody, especially Seattle's got a lot of talent coming up. Houston's going to be coming down real fast. The Mariners going to come up. People are going to want Julio.
Everybody keeps saying that. I still don't believe that.
Well,
Houston will just buy more players.
Here's my thing.
No, Houston doesn't buy players. They always build up. They build up players from their
farm.
That entire pitching staff is bought.
Well, their pitching is a little different.
Not Christian Javier.
Yeah. The pitching that they have for like Valdez, Arcidi, all those guys, they were $10,000 international signings.
Yeah.
Verlander, the Mets are paying for, so they're not paying for their pitching. So that's completely fucking wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, and the Crane contracts that he put in are Montero for $45 million for 3, who they let go of, and Abreu $70 million for 3 years, who let go of.
Yep.
And they have Altuve. Bregman's going to be the contract they actually probably put in for, and then Tucker and Alvarez are going to be gone.
Tucker's gone.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go fill my water real quick.
Yeah,
I got some shit I want to show you guys for tomorrow.
Tucker's going to be a great New York or some LA. I mean, he's going to, because one of these guys are going to sign him in the fucking big market.
Yeah, because Tucker was lucky to get his extension for this year.
It's not extension. It's just Tucker.
It was an option, I thought.
Or option,
well,
or whatever it was.
It's not an option. It's just like Bregman.
Oh, it was like that renegotiation deal or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they were the same draft, but Tucker is 3 years younger because Bregman went to LSU and Tucker's out of high school.
Mm.
So they both have basically 7 years because of how you manipulate time. So, but Bregman signed extension before that, actually put years on top of his contract. And then that's why his ends up now. And that's why, but Bregman, he's 30. Tucker,
oh, dang. Look at Wookie Fodder. He hit a 2023-24 Topps Chrome Victor Wembanyama numbered. Sold it in 5 minutes for $4K. Well, congrats, man.
Ask him, what? All right. Yeah. What number did you get?
Numbered out of what, though? Because I know that's like 1 of 1, out of 2, out of 5, 10.
What about, what do you want to guess? 100?
I'm going to guess out of 99 if you bought like a
100.
If you bought a blaster or something like that.
And what do you pull it out of?
Yeah, let us know what you pull. Did you pull it out of the hobby box?
Blaster, hobby. Or what's out right now? So because they just released the hobby boxes, it's got to be a hobby box, right?
It's probably a hobby box, but I think they have blasters for it too.
Did they really already?
I don't know if they're out yet, but I know that it's coming.
Richie, they're plus 8,000 to win it all, plus 3,500 to win the AL.
Oh wow!
I would consider taking that AL bet, that World Series bet. I just don't see, but that AL bet's not terrible.
I'm gonna hit up C Bless to find out what the algorithm says. I don't know if you've been follow him. Do y'all follow C Bless?
I'm just watching Adam right now because Adam's getting ready for his debut in the porn industry. I hear a lot.
Yeah, let's go.
He still didn't say what number it was out of and what product it was. Come on, Wookie Fodder, let us know.
So, I did watch Striker Breaks open one box. I was
Striker breaks
surprised.
of the top scroll.
Yeah, there weren't that many packs, and the 2 autos he got, they were just such random names. Like it wasn't.
So it sounds like Panini baseball product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sounds like Panini baseball product where it's like kind of like, I have no idea what auto I'm gonna pull out of this, and then the one player you do want out of this, you're not gonna get.
Because at least with the baseball, maybe it's like a minor league or some guys are so young, but like these guys, I was like never heard of because the set's not that big. It's like, man, how the hell did they get some of these names in?
Oh man, did you show off your cards last week from what we pulled from the Star Wars?
Actually, I already sold a couple of them. I sold the R2, the Sebulba.
How much did you sell that R2 for?
400.
Okay, that's not bad.
And the Sebulba was 60 or 70.
Okay.
I've still got the dual, the 2 of 5.
Oh yeah, because I pulled it out of 5 also as well. What was it? Was that Yoda? And then I still have the Guy Henry, the auto.
Oh, I didn't show you. I pulled a well, there it goes down there. Juan Soto out of 15 museum card.
Oh, you opened a box of museum?
Yeah, no, it only had 1 auto, so I had to reach out to Topps about it.
Oh, instead of having 2 autos?
Yeah.
2 autos, 2 relics?
Yeah. So
Ooh,
Soto
nice.
out of 15. But I was like, well, Soto, Yankee. It's like I'd rather have that one who's not existent in the box.
Yeah.
But Richie sent me this. This is what's really cool. Richie sent me he pulled a out of 25, the camouflage Mets team.
I'm gonna put you on the big screen. Oh, camo? Nice.
Yeah.
Was that from Series 1 or Series 2?
Series 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like there were a lot more hits out of Series 2 that were easier to pull because it seems like the print run was like way lower compared.
Yeah. The odds are better. I'm
Man,
ready for the update.
do you know what I'm really upset about? I have not taken advantage of being in Montgomery Club at all this year. Like, I've missed every single drop because like it just gets lost in my email.
Does that mean you get it first?
So I have first stab at purchasing a box like ahead of time before everyone else does. Yeah. So, but I haven't taken advantage of it all. Like I missed the only thing I haven't missed this year was I think F1, like F1 Sapphire. Like everything else I've missed. Like, and I was just like, it's not like I didn't want to buy it. Like I missed Bowman.
Do you get a discount?
No, you don't get a discount. Or it's like if it is a discount, it's a slight discount. It's like maybe $10 less than.
I should say, hey, we'll make it $5.
Yeah, but the funny part is like you can buy up to so many boxes. Like I think it's 2, or depending on what the product is beforehand, and then you can buy it again when it's open to the public.
I got something I want to show you and Bryan. I think you guys are gonna love this. Hold on.
Okay.
We have 111 live viewers right now at 3 hours and 28 minutes. This is a long episode. Hit that like button, you guys. There's only 58 likes. The likes really help us, especially with you live viewers. So, what is this? An uncut sheet.
It's not the fuck face.
Oh.
I know. We tried.
That's awesome, though.
Dude, how cool is that, though? The black
that is awesome.
Which one is it? The white box?
The black box.
Oh, the black box? Wow, that's awesome, dude.
You're asking a colorblind person what color it is?
Yeah.
That looks great, dude. That looks so good.
That is sick. Are you going to get it framed?
I don't want to get it. So, you know how on the sports room down the hall, there's pretty much not room. So they're angled. So I'm trying to actually, I don't want to put anything on there. So I'm trying to get something where I can put it up and like put it against like the angled wall. So, because there's a lot of stuff.
Like almost like a banner.
No, I've still got stuff. I've got a lot of actually like Red Wing stuff I want to hang. But so I'm going to get TVs that come down on the other sides. So I want on the angled walls, like it's got to be on the angled wall. So I can't put it in frame, but if I could put something, I don't want to put like anything sticky or tacks on it to hang it up.
That's awesome, dude. That's great.
Figure it out.
Check. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a huge whatnot sale starting tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern, you guys. The link is in my bio. It's also, I'll put it in the description of here. I'll drop it in the live chat after I'm done showing these. But I'm also have a bunch of graded books that are going to be available for sale. If there's anybody out there that's looking for any of these, hit me up. I'm down to make deals. Nothing too crazy, but I'll make deals, especially for members and longtime viewers and stuff. So I have 2 double covers. I've got a double cover of Thundercats. This is a 9/4. Yeah, double cover of Thundercats #1. And then I also have a 9/4 double cover of the X Factor #5 First Apocalypse. So if any double cover people are out there. I've got...
I didn't hear you.
I'd say, but you got the TMNT. I'm like, oh. Where's Joe Hood?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that's available.
God damn.
Yeah. The Mark Brooks Roller Derby 9/8 is available.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I've got a 9/8.
Do people have to have money in this? Can we have IOUs, or how's this work? How's this show work?
I'll watch your birthday coupon for me.
Yeah,
you can have my child.
9/8 first baby cover, first baby variant from Scotty Young is available. I've got these 9/8 of the Biggie Downtowns foil covers, which are actually gorgeous. I mean, they look beautiful. They did a
Have they curved like a banana yet in that case?
No. No.
What's the back look like?
It says Collector Cave on it.
Okay.
That's very cool.
Yeah, so I've got I think I got 2 of those available. I've got Black Panther #2 in a 9/8 for Shuri.
Is Abby in the auction?
She is. She's chilling right here. The Macho Man variant by
Good one.
Raza. So
That's a Raza, yeah.
Yep. First Red Hood, Mama, 9/8.
Nice.
I got the Adam Hughes Virgin Elvira.
Oh my God, the Elvira! Look at that.
9/8.
Nice.
And then some of the better books that I've got Spawn Thank You in a 9/8. That's a tough book.
P.S. He won't sign that.
This one is historical, you guys. This is a Spider-Man #1 silver second print variant, but it is the
old school signature.
It's the Spider's Web one. So this was released by Spider's Web Comic Store in Puyallup, Washington, which is Todd McFarlane's brother-in-law, I believe. His store. It was the day of release that this came out, that Todd McFarlane signed books there on that day. And I have the original typed up COA that comes with all these. And
the stamp.
Yep, the red stamp. So there's very few of these that are graded. And this is a 9/8. So I have that. I have a Amazing Spider-Man 300 signed by Todd McFarlane with the full sig, Todd, and 7.5. And probably one of my all-time favorite Todd McFarlane covers, definitely top 5, The Marvel Ages.
Yes. Yes.
Tough book.
Yes.
Twinsies.
It is the most beautiful cover.
Yeah.
It's so
Signed
hard to find. It's graded.
by McFarlane.
Yes. Oh,
So-
shit. You're just signing.
Yeah. So
Can't hide money.
So those are all available. I'm gonna start putting them on eBay and all the good places. And if anybody wants any, let me know. I think I'm probably gonna ask 400 for the Amazing Spider-Man 300, and that's about all I've really priced. So if there's anybody out there that wants any of these, but what I also have. is I have a first appearance of Kamala Khan, second print, Marvel .1. That'll be in the Whatnot sale tomorrow. I've got a first appearance of Elektra. That'll be in the sale tomorrow. I have a first appearance of the new Teen Titans, DC Comics Presents 26. First Starfire, first Cyborg, first Raven in a Mark Jewelers. That'll be available tomorrow. Along with a ton of books. A bunch of books from previous sales, so I'll be running through those quite quickly. And then I'll have a bunch of, Frank Miller, Michael Turner, Adam Hughes, Alex Ross, Greg Capullo. I'll have a lot from the Capullo Batman run. I'll have the full storylines. 1 through 5 is available. The incomplete Death of the Family storyline, the complete Endgame storyline, which are the best. So I'll have those. What else will I have? I'll have the complete Jim Lee For Tomorrow Superman run, if you guys want that. And quite a few other books. J. Scott Campbell. I'll have some con variants from San Diego Comic-Con from this year. So if any of you guys want to get on that, like I said, big sale tomorrow starting at 3 p.m. Pacific time, and it'll probably go till late in the night. So it'll be a lot of fun. And then that's it, unless you guys got any pickups. Nate?
I think I've showed them.
Yeah, so I think this one's interesting. It's a so I've been obviously trying to get to all the G.I. Joes for like the first 4 series. This is the sample copy for Dusty.
Oh my lord, dude, that's the first G.I. Joe I ever bought.
Is it?
The first G.I. Joe I ever bought, bro. That's amazing. How'd you find that?
What is this?
So there's, this is the weird part, like, and you can see it back here on the sticker.
Yeah.
Right, wrong way. But whenever like Hasbro is going through, like, this is not, very similar, like a lot of other places, they'll put the sticker on there and people will sign things and then check them in, check them out.
Yeah.
Star Wars figures were the same way with Kenner.
Yep.
And that's how you can tell they're the samples.
Wow.
And the best with it being the triple win down here in the corner, because those are the tougher ones to get. But when I saw this, because I was like, man, and it's unpunched. I mean, like,
unbelievable.
It is literally
beautiful,
one
my
of the
friend.
Basic kind of first production Dusties you'd find.
Wow. Yep, that was the first G.I. Joe I ever bought.
Did I show this already? The Astros
that's a
hat from
dope
Topps.
hat. Hold on. No.
The Astros hat from Topps.
That's sick.
I love that.
Yeah, so this is Mitchell and Ness. Like, obviously they have the 3-pack or whatever, but you can buy the individual hats that come with the promo pack. And then I bought 2 of the hats, and then here were the highlights of the cards I pulled. Wyatt Langford, rookie. Evan Carter.
Nice.
Rookie. And then I pulled a Shota.
Nice.
A manga.
Yeah. And then a Zach Geloff.
Geldof.
Yeah, Zach Geldof.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the rest were like base cards and stuff like that. One was Altuve. I bought 2 of the hats. But yeah.
Not bad.
Altuve, Bellinger. Yeah, and that's it.
So also want to give a shout out to Joe Hood. So I was when I was home at North Carolina, I found Airtight, and he had this huge sticker going across. You kind of see it here. You can see the outline.
Not really.
He cleaned it up. I mean, like,
wow.
Joe cleaned it up like a lot. There was a sticker that was going across.
Wow.
You can kind of see a little bit of the outline, but like, I sent Joe a picture. I'm like, hey, what can you do with this? And Joe goes, I can get rid of that. Send it to me. And he did. And he sent it right back. And there, it was one of those like heavy stickers, like where you pull and there'd still be like the little parts that would come out. And the residue, I was like, man, I don't know how you're going to do this off. But Joe.
He's amazing.
Joe
man.
He did a great job on it. I mean, especially he flattened out a little bit too. Like it was not a good looking card, because like I got this like mint on card for $120, and usually it goes for about 350, 400. And I was like, I got a guy who can clean that up. And there you go, Joe Hood. And Brian, I want to tell you, when you guys were talking on Wednesday night about the Snake Eyes, the third version, I thought it was the one I bought because there were two going at the same time. And there was one that went for 300 that was ungraded. This one I got same auction because it had the Snake Eyes minifigure in it. It's graded. This one I got this for 230.
Oh my gosh, man. What a
And
deal.
at the same time. Amazing.
What a deal.
Yeah.
So tough
So
to
you-
get the Snake Eyes minifigure and the Snake Eyes figure too.
Right? Yeah, because I was like, I want to get all the Snake Eyes together and stuff. But I did not have 3 and 4, but I was like, I'm gonna wait for this one because the minifigs. And I never got the actual figures when they came out. They had the minifigs, but I'm like, if this one, if I can find one that's got that, I'm gonna get it. And even though Nemesis Prime was on earlier, just want to again shout out. He was at TurboCon and he told me, he's like, man, I think I found something that you want. And it was some original art from the Fruity Pebbles commercial.
That's
The Flintstones.
awesome.
And so he sent it to me. He's like, I got you. And he's
Which one? Which Fruity Pebbles?
so you can see Barney kind of coming through up here to try and steal the Fruity Pebbles in the story over here.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah. But again, just the thought. I mean, the thought of like, someone's like walking around TurboCon, like, I think I got something that you're gonna really like.
That's
Remo,
sick.
let me know where I can find that Paul Wall Astros hat. Is it from the park? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, but
Yeah, that would be cool. That'd be really cool. So,
because I mean, I know Bun B used to do a bunch. They used to do one. He used to do one for like Houston Day, July 13th, 713.
nice. All right, so yeah, you guys. Again, what do we have coming up? We have, the Whatnot sale. That's about it. Let me pull that up here. Drop a link for everybody.
The thing is, I would tell people too, if you're interested, last time my Whatnot did not go off, but my YouTube did. And that's how I knew Brian was selling.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people reach out to me that said they haven't been getting notifications. So I've been trying to make sure I start the YouTube show around the same time. That way, that notifications are out there for that. So
You said
good
you're
call
starting
on
at
that.
3 p.m. Pacific?
Yeah, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Eastern. Yep.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
So tons of stuff. I mean, it's mostly $5 starts, $5-10 starts. Every single book is either a key, a major or minor key. There's no fluff, no dreck. It's either a cool variant, a high ratio variant, a major first appearance, or something cool happens, or a first creator first. I have a bunch of Neil Adams first. I have the first Neil Adams cover he ever did. They're lower grade, but if you're Neil Adams fans, I get the first Neil Adams Batman. I get the first Neil Adams Batman cover. I've got the first Neil Adams Green Lantern. I got the first Neil Adams Green Arrow, where he changed Green Arrow's design to the goatee and the beard, and that's how we all know Ollie today. I have the Neil Adams Lois Lane cover, where Lois Lane is getting married to Titanium Man, and she's like, "Why aren't you stepping in to stop this, Superman?" And Superman's like, "Hey, you said I do. I'm not going to stop it. Fuck you." That type of thing. So that's available. I've got a Superman book where Marv Wolfman wrote in on the letter section when he was a kid. That's from the Silver Age. I got a bunch of Silver Age stuff. I mean, there's all kinds of craziness. I've got first Frank Miller Bullseye, where he did the cover on that one. I've got first appearance of Lady Deathstrike. I've got which is a Sienkiewicz cover, which is beautiful. That'll be there. I mean, there's just a ton of major keys. So that's at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern on Whatnot. And then I got one of these in from my Mark Spears Kickstarter. Have you guys been seeing these things, these comic capsules?
They're great.
I have seen this.
They're fucking, they really are pretty cool. I looked them up, and they fit bagged and board comics, and I guess you can get clear ones like this. And they go, there's like is there a whole thing on the back? Yeah, there's a thing on the back where you can put them right on the wall. So
they're great. Stop grading your books.
Yeah. I mean, this is fucking awesome. So again, that's exactly what I think when I see stuff like this, Jeff, is start getting your raw books. Just get really nice high grade copies of raw books and throw them in these. These fit perfect in the BCW boxes.
For magazine size?
That's
I don't
a great
think they have
question.
magazines yet. I think they just released Silver Age. I think magazines are next on their list.
Because I literally I just got a CGC Daryl Strawberry, his first cover, and I was trying to hang it up earlier. I was like, man, they're
stackable too. They stack on each other.
So they're designed to fit in the like the plastic BCW boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
They kind of fit in well in there.
Yeah, that's great.
Nice.
Yeah. So and
it's not too tall out of it either. Oh,
No.
awesome.
I've never talked to these guys. I got this in my Mark Spears Kickstarter bundle. So shout out to Mark Spears for throwing one of these in there, because I would have not noticed about these. Yeah. So, shout out
to just dropped Silver Age. I think magazines are next on their list. They're good though.
Yeah. So not bad. Not bad at all. What is this? Axel Plate says, "Yay, from one comic stream into the next. It's a good Sunday morning." Amen. Good to see you. But the problem is, we're just getting ready to end, so you're gonna have to rewind. But I thank you for coming over and hanging out. Appreciate you. But
check out our other content. Hit that bell.
Amen. Amen. Shout out to this guy too. We got to get Remo to start jumping on more. Remo, you have the link. You have the ability to jump on whenever I drop the link, just so you know that. You should start jumping on with us, man. That being said, shout out again to Dave's Collects for jumping on with us last week. We're going to try and get him on the show more often. Shout out to Adam for jumping on with us tonight. Appreciate you jumping on more often. There's a lot of you guys out there in the comic community that I would love to have you come hang out. So if any of you guys ever want to hang out, just let me know. I want to say again, thanks to all these guys. Jeff, it's good to see you, man. And of course, Nate and Easy, the homies. Appreciate you guys immensely. That being said, shout out to Justin and Richie for jumping on, and happy birthday to this guy.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Adios. Peace.